I bet you will. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Holy fuck, man.
Oh, man.
All right, Mr. Mike.
Did anybody, Mattman, did you get to see my version of Green Acres?
I'm so behind on your videos, man. I need to catch up.
I don't. When did you post that?
I think it's a comment that I made on
my video,
Mike's video about singing.
Oh, I didn't see it. I don't watch Mike's videos.
It was my lyrics to Green Acres is the place to be.
Farm living is the life.
Yeah, mine don't go that way. It was about Mike being in Ohio.
Mike being in Ohio?
Yeah. Tell you the truth, I can't even remember all the lyrics, but it came to me in a flash.
That's the best.
Prison living ain't for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was prison living. No, wait, how'd it go? I can't remember.
Prison living.
Yeah.
Oh my!
It's written down out there someplace. It was funny.
You smile largely and take it deep.
Take it deep. Yeah, when Mike was heading out of Dodge, he was leaving Ohio, riding out of Ohio and stuff. And he was talking about singing, and then Matt Mad made some comments on his about singing. I thought, well, I'll put some lyrics to Green Acres, and there we are.
Just started. I'm going back and look and see if I've missed something Mike's posted.
Well, Mike's put up a lot of stuff.
Or maybe I watched it before you posted a comment.
I don't post anymore. You know how posting is?
Yeah.
Posting is so weird.
I think we ought to get together and go visit Cave Troll's new house.
What's up, guys?
Yes.
Hey, Troll.
That's a big one.
Can you see them calling security on us down there? Of course, it'd take them a week to get down the driveway to us.
Didn't you see the bulletproof one-way glass?
Yeah, the one-way bulletproof glass, yeah.
It's not goat-proof, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man. Well, when you first started saying that, I went, oh, no, he's not really going to do that. And I thought, Mattman would never do that. He's too well up on all that. He knows the ramifications of whatever. And all of a sudden you go there and I go, that was some funny stuff.
Well, Gopher, I carry lots of steaks in my ammo cans. We'll be okay with the dogs.
The dogs.
Lots of steaks.
Lots of steaks.
Zombie steaks or beef steaks?
These are beef steaks because I don't want to turn the dogs into zombies.
Oh, there you go.
Since I traded the KLR, my dogs lost weight.
Oh. Yeah, but your fingers go numb.
That's the glove's fault.
Yeah.
Those are done.
You know what? You put that video up right after my ride to Ohio, and I had the same freaking problems with my hands going on.
That's why you just go to Harbor Freight and you buy the $3.99 pair of gloves.
They don't fit me. I have too small of hands.
The ones that disintegrate upon impact when you fall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're related to the Must Poppins tire.
The Must Pops. Yeah.
It's kind of like I told, like when me and my wife met Marshall up down at the Yamaha demo ride. He was telling me that we had to wear long sleeves. So I took a long sleeve shirt with me and everything. And the guy there, he was like, "No, you're good." In that T-shirt because it had longer sleeves.
Yeah, baseball sleeves.
And the lady was like, "Well, we prefer a riding jacket." I looked at her. I was like, "Lady, I ride a Harley. You're lucky if you get us to wear a helmet."
Yeah. You should have told her, "Well, you buy one that'll fit this frame, and I'll wear it."
Yeah.
You must have commented after I watched it, Gopher, because I'm caught up on Mike.
Oh yeah. I made one too on your hands and stuff about your hands going numb. That's when I started. That's one of the reasons why I got the Gopher, because my hands go numb so easily and stuff. I was velcroing them to the handle grips, and that kind of did. Just the safety factor just started getting to me. So it's easier just to lay them on a steering wheel.
I can tell you why his hands go numb.
Hey.
It's not appropriate here.
Hey.
Whose hands going numb?
He's trying to pull off the stranger.
The stranger.
Siblings family around.
Whose hands going numb?
Who's watched Gone in 60 Seconds?
Matt.
Yeah.
Wait, you write a verses and your hand goes numb.
My glove was too tight. It's just one finger. My gloves were too tight.
He had the O.J. Simpson effect. His gloves were shrinking.
I want to go back. I want to go back to Mike's account. Let him host because he gives me power to mute him.
So,
He gives me power.
so Matt, you only take one finger for that, huh?
Tommy!
You put on the brown eye, huh?
Hey, Dante, I just thought I'd get cute with my response when you popped up.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like, Blinky Stinky?
Stinky.
Oh, dude, I don't care. Freaking. Oh, man. It's already into. Oh, God, I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Well,
so how many of you are hiding from the hurricane?
That's what I was going to say. Dante, don't go to work. Just say you got to hide from the hurricane.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it hits. What are you talking about?
I'm going out to report on it.
I'm selling lot front property of Myrtle Beach right now.
Oh, if it gets bad here, you know where you'll be, Cave Troll.
Outside.
And you'll be sitting right down there at that plant. They'll call you in.
What's up, Hootie Hoo?
That's if he doesn't. Hey, Julio. That's if he doesn't float away first.
No, if my house floats away, then all y'all are in deep shit.
Well, we seen your house. That's a big house. I agree with you.
He's right on the lake, though. You know, used to be a lake.
Now you got to remember, I grew up in North Carolina and South Georgia. I'm used to the hurricanes. We used to go down to the beach and watch the hurricanes roll in.
I was talking to a lady who grew up in Florida, and she said, "You know what we did when the hurricanes came by? We got the hell out." You know what I mean? I'm like, she said it's the smartest thing to do. I'm like, I totally agree with you.
No, you got to have a good party.
No, the smartest thing to do is to set up all the cameras.
Yeah.
And hope for a viral video.
Yeah. Stream it. Yeah.
I might be dead, but I got a viral video.
Did you know you get watch time on live streams?
Yeah.
I didn't until the other day.
You didn't know that?
Nope.
My watch broke.
Man.
Ever since I went to Ohio.
How's everybody doing today?
Much better than yesterday.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Just worried about the ship I own being fucking hard welded to the fucking pier in Norfolk, Virginia. Or as they say out there, Norfolk. Which always sounded to me like no fuck.
They're fucking welding it to the pier.
Well, not really. They're just using wire cables to tie it down.
Oh.
But
I'll just pick my cable cutters down there and cut them for you, Dom.
that's what real Navy guys say. Fuck, we're welded to the pier.
Just think what that ship's been through. I think it'll handle it.
Not tied to the goddamn pier, it won't be.
If it floats away, it'll take the pier with it. No problem.
Take the pier. Well, no, if it's a pier big enough to tie that off to, I'm pretty sure that pier would be pretty stout.
It was probably made by Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Japanesium.
The Chinesium is strong with this one.
He's strong with this one.
It just pisses me and my fellow plank owners off that, what do you mean you're going to leave it tied to the pier? Put the fucker underway.
Oh, what's up, Holler? Oh, Jesus.
Head it out into those 85-foot seas. We've done it before.
Drove home with that, but it'll be hot now. So, do you want pals or do you want?
You can go to Pals. It's
Oh,
closer.
I guess I shouldn't have cussed.
Are you sure?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh, cuss all you want, Tommy.
Somebody has kids in the background.
Oh, we're already sending links. Oh, it's about the hurricane. Okay.
Trust me, I've got a window open and I'm watching what's going on.
It's gonna rain.
Gonna rain a lot.
I heard it was supposed to drizzle here.
It's going to have 110-mile-an-hour winds.
Actually, they're calling for what was it, 80-mile-an-hour now?
Well, it calmed down a little bit, but it's going to park right over the coast. It's going to set right there
And pee all over the place.
for days.
So we're going to get mists.
No, it's going to come inland. Don't worry about that. Then it's going to turn north.
Right up to Gopher's house.
No, it's going straight up PA.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Guess where I live.
It heard you left Ohio. It's coming to your house.
Hey, I'll take the goat out and we'll do some weather searching.
I was watching that video you leaving Ohio, and I said, I don't blame you a bit, Mike.
And that stupid press said, "Oh, it's gonna hit inland and then it's gonna turn south." And I was like, "You are absolutely on motherfucking crack if you think it's gonna turn south."
It's going to have to push an awful lot of atmosphere if it goes south.
Hurricanes do not turn south on the east coast of the U.S.
No.
Not with that jet stream pushing them, it's not.
And the Gulf.
Can if it hits, depending on where it hits, and the jet stream's dipping down low enough.
And the Gulf Stream.
If I got the
That's
big
what
fans
y'all
on.
don't understand. You've got two forces. One below water and one above water. That hurricane's going to follow the warmest water, and it's going to follow the Gulf Stream. Does it every time it's stride.
Oh, man, Gopher. That's a disgusting picture.
Yeah, that was 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago.
Yeah, that's the relay.
Oh.
Every 3 hours.
I'm doing stuff in the background here.
See, if I get some help from Dante and we put the big fans outside blowing south, we'll make that sucker go south.
Mike, it won't take the fans. We'll just face south and talk.
No, face north and just eat a bunch of beans. I've got a ton of them.
Oh, Christ, I forget his email.
Well, wouldn't it be easier just to assassinate Trump and that would stop the hurricane since you guys watch mainstream media?
Oh, well, I try not to, but...
It's all his fault. You know that?
Every damn time it's all his fault.
And I was just watching, I forget what channel it was, and how he was
drown somebody.
Wow.
Somebody's getting waterboarded.
There goes the evidence, Mike.
Dante, who you got in your basement today? Dante's basement.
Remember when Bush was president and that hurricane hit Texas? It was goddamn George W. Bush's fault.
Yeah, Katrina.
That was FEMA's fuck up.
Oh, really?
No, it was George W. Bush's fault, according to the mainstream media.
Oh, yeah.
I blame Muzzle Mike.
Superdome. Who remembers the fucking Superdome? That was his fault, too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the same storm, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that's what they moved them all to.
The dome full of poop.
That was wall-to-wall coverage for like a week.
Yeah, poop coverage.
Hello,
No, they covered it all the way up to the next election.
Well, that one's covered well.
And what an idiot George W. Bush was. And how he killed all them people in Texas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he only had an IQ of about 60.
It's hard mine.
Yeah. That fucking George W. Bush, he does it all the time.
Well, he's part of the crime dynasty. Excuse me.
Hi, Skip. How you doing?
Hi.
What's up?
Sounds like somebody's in the hurricane.
There's your new weather
Oh,
girl.
I'm
there,
sorry.
Mike.
Let me turn that down. Hold on.
I'm liking that weather girl, and she's
That's the
reporting
new
very
weather
well.
girl.
She needs to be the weather girl.
I'll be watching that channel.
You know who that is, right?
Who remembers Mr. Ridiculous's email?
Mr. Ridiculous at gmail.com.
Is that better?
No, I don't think he used that.
What'd
Okay.
you do? Move further inland, my friend?
No, I turned the fan off.
Oh, that's it.
It's cool enough just to run the fan, so I turned the fan off.
Yeah, I don't think he used that email. I'm trying to remember what it's been too long, and I don't seem to have it in his history.
Let's see. You got Holler Motor on here.
I know.
Mothman.
I know why they're here though.
Hello, Gopher.
Hi, how you doing, Skip?
My stickers, they screwed up on them. I went to pick them up and they're messed up.
So what do they say? Instead of around and around, they say in and out?
No, they weren't done quite right. So I'll get them Monday.
In and out burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've
In
got
and
some
out,
that
round and
don't
round,
look
up and
right.
down.
Skip.
Hmm?
I'll tell you. I already told them. Come on, camera. I'm starting a board. I need a sticker.
He's
Yeah, I know.
starting a YouTube wall.
Yeah. Yeah. They said Monday, so you know. It's been 2 weeks and I went in there, what was it? Tuesday. And I says, it's been 2 weeks. I haven't heard anything from you. Oh, well, we haven't been able to get the product from the vendor, and he'll probably drop it off tomorrow. And
Yeah,
I
that's
says, okay,
that's not your problem.
that's not my problem. So
Yeah.
then they called me early this morning and says, oh, it's ready. So I went down and looked at it. And as soon as I opened it up, I says, no. I sent you photographs of the shading and what it looks like. And so he had to redo it while I was there. I says, I should have, when I came in Tuesday, you should have showed me the artwork.
Yeah, I never let them do any of my stuff till I get a proof.
Yeah, so
And it better match the proof, because I did that stuff for years. I know how hard it is, but still.
yeah, I sent him photos and everything, and I couldn't get him to understand it. So,
Okay. No, I figured out what his email is.
and it's what my channel looks like now. I did the original artwork.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
but
I made up my own.
the Kansas has history to it on my artwork. It actually comes from a 1906 license plate.
Well, see, you should say all that stuff. Well, you should, really.
They had this 1906 Kansas license plate sitting on the wall at a restaurant, so I took a picture of it, and that's where my Kansas is from. I thought it was cool. Where that back then they really made stuff look neat. So.
Wait a minute, Gopher. I'm trying to pick the most favorite link to keep open. I've got too many links open.
Oh, with what I'm putting.
Oh.
Which one's my favorite?
Oh, my.
Hey, I upgraded
America great
Gopher.
again.
What'd you upgrade to?
It's an i7.
Oh, okay.
Chip.
Yeah, I saw the last one that you were talking about. The the first one was an i5, right?
Yeah, it's an HP. It was an HP 8540W,
Yeah.
and that's the one.
Which i7 is it?
I doubt he knows that.
It should work. It's got a 1 gigabyte video memory card, so it should help.
Build on. Yeah.
No, it's not a build on. It's a separate card.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Really, Cape Trouble.
Yep.
I was trying to figure out where that come from.
NT8, did your streets get flooded up there last week?
No. Nope, not at all.
Oh, that's good.
The river's up.
Oh, I'm sure. We had flooding. Three hundred and 50 people were displaced because of flooding.
Nobody told them to not live in the floodplain.
I guess that's where they wanted to be.
That's pretty much all of Louisiana, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Did they buy cloud insurance?
I don't know.
Funny you should bring flood insurance up, because I was watching the news today.
Cloud insurance.
And they started talking about the East Coast in North Carolina. Those people are fucking screwed, man. They can have hurricane insurance, but that doesn't cover any flood they get.
Oh, geez.
They can have flood insurance, but that doesn't cover anything the hurricane does.
So if they get an ocean surge, that's considered flooding, and it's not covered.
It's a complete fuck story. It's just another way for the insurance companies to fuck over the consumer
and say we're not paying.
Oh, you didn't pay for that.
I had my insurance company try to sell me flood insurance. I asked them, "Do you realize I live on top of the mountain, the hill?"
Hey, Mr. Ridiculous, you made it in.
If we get flooding here, my property value goes up, and I'm selling.
What you don't understand is if you have a major pipe break inside your house, that falls under flood insurance.
And I get an indoor pool. My house value still goes up.
And they'll fuck you over.
Jeez.
Turn it down and cook weenies.
I'm just telling you, you better watch your shit when it comes to insurance.
It also depends on what insurance company you have too.
Yeah, I had a pipe bust in our kitchen, and the floor buckled up, and homeowners covered it.
Heck, I got sinkhole insurance, and they don't never seen a sinkhole around here.
Mike's got sinkhole insurance.
I do.
I could do one better than that, man.
I could probably do a whole hour and a half on just the Mike has a sinkhole insurance.
You better have it after being in Dante's basement.
I was gonna say that.
Anyway, I got one better than that. That's like years ago when I had a rock slide take out my car. My insurance adjuster said, "Well, you don't have Act of God insurance." I said, "What? Act of God insurance?" He was serious too. I said, "I have full coverage." Yeah, but that doesn't cover Act of God.
Oh, give me a break. He's a jerk. I hit a deer and they said it was Act of God because I can't control it.
Yeah.
Which God is that?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
The God of deer.
The God of deer.
Oh, no, we only cover the Muslim God.
It's got to be Allah.
Raw. It was raw.
Well, I'm Muslim and Catholic. Oh, well, it had to be a Hindu God.
Had to be Jehovah.
I'm going with Thor.
Thor, thunder, lightning.
Oh, he was a
It
puss.
was raining that night, so that'd be what the God of rain.
There's your flooding right there.
like that.
Now I'm flooding it. Oh God, no.
Those
No worries.
fuckers will fuck you over any chance they get.
Milk.
Oh
jug.
yeah.
I don't know. I've hit 3 deer. Insurance covered it. Well, all 3 times. I've had a
Yeah,
car
same
catch on
here.
fire.
Don't say that too loud.
Insurance covered it.
I'm recording this, by the way. Who's your agent?
Hey,
Is it Allstate?
I just hit a deer not long ago. Insurance covered it. Well, I had what $250 deductible or something like
Tom
that.
just started
Yeah.
working for the insurance firm.
My insurance is USAA.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we can fuck you over on that. You're not a veteran.
I am a veteran.
Yeah, but you got to be a recent veteran now.
For what?
You have to have served in the Gulf War or Afghanistan or Iraq.
What, to get USAA?
No, I'm just telling you, dude. They're pulling that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
Even the U.S. government's doing that shit.
Well, of course.
Oh,
the
well,
government's gonna do it.
we're going to help the vets out, but only if you served in Iraq, Afghanistan, or, since whenever. And they put a time limit on it.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Whatever's
They're still
convenient for
fucking
them.
over the World War II vets all the time.
it's the old adage of move the goalpost.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get your GI Bill, but if you go over 15 years, you can't have it.
That's another pet peeve I have.
Mm-hmm.
The GI Bill.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't serve in Vietnam, so you had to have joined Veep.
Oh, Mr. Ridiculous! I just looked at your channel. Another KLR, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, subscribe anyway.
All right, Motomat, you're just going to have to understand that you're like me, part of the KLR mascots.
I got a few bikes, so if you don't like that one, I can choose another one.
Okay, yeah, I do like it. I just traded mine, so.
Yeah, he cried forever because he made a big mistake.
I was almost going to trade mine, but I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it, so I just got another one.
Got another one. Yep.
Oh.
It sure looks good going down the road, though. I like your video.
Yeah, I haven't been doing very much videos there, but it's going to change here real quick.
How's your hip doing, man?
Pretty good, man. I feel like $1 million.
That's good. I know you was having surgery on both of them.
Yeah. It's been about 5 months since my last surgery, so I'm doing really good.
Pull the plug. I did.
It's good to see you back, man.
It's nice to be back, for sure. Very nice to be back.
Now we just need you to go find Snowcat and push him off a cliff somewhere.
Yeah, you can be a little bit of a dick sometimes, eh?
Little bit.
Not a little bit.
Him and his twin brother.
Probably got his snowmobile out now because we got. Look at this, what we got here. Just a sec.
He's in India.
Look what we got.
I think he's back from it. No, he won't be back to Canada. He'll go to California when he comes back.
You need to update your video. It's only September here. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
He's in
Look at the
India
snow.
bitching and complaining about the driving over there.
Well, fuck, it's India, man. There's no rules of driving over there.
Yeah,
Are
that's,
you in
that's the
Canada?
real wild west of two wheels.
He's got that snow filter going on.
No, it's snowing up there.
He needs a filter, all right.
In Canada? Is that where you are?
Yeah, northern Alberta.
Oh, good
Up in the
Lord.
mountains.
Alberta, I think that's where Snowcat's from.
Yeah, he's from Calgary. He's about 2 hours from here.
I've been to Alberta.
Yeah. Oil country.
Oh, I know it's oil country. I brought oil rig stuff down.
Awesome.
I knew
Yeah, he
that
was.
Roberto.
He was
Roberto.
Skip was
I'm
the
sorry.
truck driver.
Yeah, first time I've
There's
ever
my
been up there.
KLR. And of course, their baby sister.
Oh wow.
BB sister.
And then the DRZ. But yeah, this is the new addition right here.
Yeah, that's the Z900, right?
I
Yeah.
want your garage.
What's
You
that?
have so much space.
Yeah.
I know. Got a quad
So much
there,
room
and
for
one
activity.
up there. Little punching bag.
Well, I hate to tell you, Troll, but it's not the bike taking up the space in your garage. It's you.
I know. And they couldn't have made like a normal size basement. It had to be like a short person's basement.
Yeah.
Define normal, Cave Troll.
Okay, you walk through there and it goes bump, 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 bump.
It's like one cinder. Well, it's a cinder block and a half off compared to every other basement I've ever been into, like height
Thanks the
wise.
whole house.
It's about 7 foot or so. 6.
Yeah, it's about 7.
That's plenty tall enough.
it's,
Not when you're 6'7",
it's,
and you have a drop down ceiling.
And you got shoes on.
the light fixtures get in the way.
Well, I mean, I think the basement I'm at, I think we got a 9-foot stone in the basement.
That's
Yeah, it's about-
because you keep digging holes in the floor to put things.
Oh no,
Oh,
concrete floor, man! You can't dig that floor.
sure.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you just take a circular saw and you
No,
put a hole in it and put your post down and re-pour it.
Seriously, I can't go through that floor because there's another basement underneath that from the old house that was
I
there.
bet there is.
I was going to say, I bet there's a crypt under there.
Oh, that's the other dungeon, huh?
He filled
knows.
He filled that one up. He had to start a new one.
No,
That's that superhero secret layer.
The Bat Cave.
no, seriously, this house was built on top of an old foundation.
Uh-huh.
Almost on my case.
Old graveyard.
No, it was an old stone foundation that was built on top of.
Mike knows you can't get out of his basement, even going down.
I've tried.
Mike's tried. Mike,
I got people following me on Instagram just because I trolled a guy today.
what'd you
Yeah, I saw that.
I've seen a little bit.
The only reason I went and made that comment was EDC 1911 made a video today about this guy called Titan from Hell. Got both of his Instagram accounts banned and got his phone IP banned from Instagram.
Oh my gosh, how do you do that?
Because he got enough people to basically just report the accounts.
Oh, I see.
What was it? He said somebody stole his account or something? Or
No. What he did was he made a spoof account called Titan from Hell Official and started making basically shit posts. He's just being a fucking dickhead. That's what he does. And the dickhead the dude can't take a joke because I commented on his most recent video. He had a slide out. He had an FZ07. He took a turn too fast in the wet and slid out. So he took it, or basically his insurance company wrote it off as a total loss, and he went and bought a ZX6R Ninja. And he did this big long opening reveal voiceover saying how I didn't get into riding to be a hooligan. So I made a remark to the video, said, yeah, it says didn't get to riding to be a hooligan, but goes from an MT-07 to ZX6R. Cool story, bro. And his first reply was, get fucked.
Nice.
He told me to get fucked and just started going on about. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and next level troll this guy. So I just started going back and forth with him.
Nice.
I'm gonna go mute real quick, for a little bit while I'm finishing.
Okay.
See, I told you he was modest. I'm sitting here eating peanuts, and I'm not muting.
I was doing the same thing. Rocking shells and everything.
Man, I'm eating fried chicken, so
Fried chicken.
a little
So
noise.
it's about getting dangerous in there.
Let me know if your fingers go numb.
Is that culturally sensitive, fried chicken?
Yeah, I got some watermelon coming up next.
Watermelon.
Well, it is September. That would be about normal.
Not for here.
Hey, my wife's got watermelon growing out in the yard.
Oh,
You racist.
You white privileged.
Did she name them?
No,
Okay.
we'll name them right before we eat them.
He's throwing his white privilege.
Have his workers cut the rinds off of them for him.
The workers.
It's not like I'm growing cotton.
God, that big house you could be.
Where do you live again?
she still thinks the rabbit's got the tomatoes, don't she? Okay.
Damn rabbits.
Be big rabbits getting them watermelon.
Them damn rascally rabbits.
Funny enough, the rabbits haven't touched a watermelon.
Give them time.
I've not been by.
Goodbye. You're admitting to guilt, Matt.
It's being recorded.
You know, you think I'm that smart to try to sneak on Cave Troll's place?
With all that fencing?
All right, I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
He'll be back.
That's what I ordered. He's listening. He's muted. Don't mean he can't hear.
Right.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
He's coming for you, Matt. He knows where you live.
We'll sneak in his driveway one Thursday night about 7:30. About the time you go live, I'll knock on his door.
Well, it's Halloween. Just put a fake skeleton partially buried in his driveway.
I'm here for melons. Not your wife's. The one grown in the back lawn.
Speaking of skeletons, I seen a guy yesterday ride by, had a skull face mask. No helmet, though. I'm watching him go by. I said, okay, that guy, only got a reason that guy's wearing that. He must have got hit in the face at one point.
Yeah, I chipped a tooth with rocks. That's why I used to ride with a off-road face gear. The motocross shields that cover your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lost some. They get in front of you and throw them rocks up. It gets nasty.
Yeah, I don't know how people can drive without a full face helmet, man. I get hit sometimes. Holy shit. I don't know how some people
Let's
do
see if I
without.
can find a picture of what he was wearing.
That means
Only
your bike
it
ain't
hurts a
tall
little
enough.
while.
Just need a taller bike. That way the stone to your knees.
We're still waiting for the laugh on that joke, Mike. That's why I got so quiet.
Fight me.
This ain't exactly the color, but
Hey, leave color out of it.
hey, I'm an equal opportunity hater. I hate everybody.
I hate everybody equally.
Hey, I resemble that.
We know that, Mike.
Anyway, this is what the guy was wearing. So for it was white, and the lenses were basically just black tin. They wasn't the iridium.
Oh, it's in a link. Oh.
Oh, what the fuck ever.
He was wearing that, but not wearing a helmet.
Maybe they have a eye protection law in that state.
No, not Pennsylvania.
We do here. You have to wear adequate eye protection. No helmet, but adequate eye protection.
You got to be able to see when you get ready to crash and die.
We'll see.
I want to see what I'm running into.
Yeah, gotta see that guardrail coming up.
See, whenever you get pulled over, you don't wear a helmet in Pennsylvania. They say, "Oh, we know your IQ's below your shoe size."
And I'm gonna jump right before I hit that guardrail.
Jump.
I'll be right back. I want some chicken.
Tuck and roll.
Say hi to Cape Troll for me.
Get some watermelon. The bunny rabbits are eating it now.
Guys, I cannot believe they want $22 for that.
Well, everything's gotten outrageous.
Tell me.
Glass in his goggles too. He trying to say he's a bad mamma jamma. Matt left his camera on.
You can't rotate it.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you pan it?
No. Don't work that way.
Well, it could.
How are you going to pan a webcam that doesn't have motors? I want to hear it.
Hire somebody good at his house and go, turn it.
Mike could sneak up and turn it.
Poof, up there.
Poof.
And a cloud of fart up there. Well, this got way too interesting.
We're waiting to see what he comes back with.
He said he went to eat, goddammit.
Plot twist, he's going to come back with one of those face masks. What's up, 2ATVs? How you doing, man? You got a hurricane coming your way.
Hurricane coming.
It's already there, isn't it?
I
thought the outer sections were already hitting the coast.
He's Virginia. He's inland.
Oh, he's inland. Okay.
Hey, Matt, you got a chicken bone hanging out your mouth.
I don't think he's on the coast.
That right there is what happened to those tomatoes. Bunnies went out smoking dope, got the munchies, came back and ate the tomatoes.
That's it.
I like tomato sandwiches, especially when I'm out riding.
Maters?
Mater sandwich.
Fried maters.
My wife loves the fried green ones.
Oh, fried maters and mayonnaise. Whoa.
I go, "Ugh."
Then you can start adding bacon and just keep on going.
I'll take the bacon without the tomatoes.
You don't like tomatoes?
BLT.
No, I'm not a tomato liker.
You hating on those tomatoes?
Yes,
You're
I
hating
is.
on them.
Damn French fried taters.
Yeah.
Oh, fried taters.
Fried taters.
Fried taters.
Tater salad.
They call me tater salad. Ron White, isn't it? Wasn't that Ron White?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrong White. Yep.
And you can't fix stupid.
And you just can't fix stupid.
That was Muzzle Mike. Love you, Mike.
I was thinking that the whole way home, coming from Ohio. You just can't fix stupid.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's why they put a whole state. They put everybody in a whole state. Can't fix them. Just leave them in Ohio.
I don't blame them.
No kidding.
Damn, man. Poor Titan from hell. He's just blocking random people.
If I'm tater salad, that makes my kids tater tots.
Tater tots. Tots the tater.
Taters for tots. We'll throw taters at the tots.
It's tater the tots. There are too many French fried taters going on in here.
That's right. I like tater tots.
Fried taters. Mm-hmm. I like hash brown patties. Tater tots, It's
Tater
kind of like
tots are
some.
good.
Well, yeah, but it's some kind of like somebody ate them and then totted them out.
That's when they're good.
When they're
They're pretty chewy.
yeah,
Retarded.
retotted taters.
Hey, boo-boo.
Oh, that's when they're good. He said.
That tater's
Oh, my
retarded.
God.
Hey, boo-boo.
See,
So
that,
picnic
tater,
basket.
Done picking their baskets.
that tater's got a funny head on it because it's retarded.
Get a flip. Oh, my.
Oh, shit. I just got a vision in my head. Oh, man.
I'll be
You
tired.
just got a vision of your head. So did
in
I.
My head. In
Here's
my
what-
head, my friend.
Here's what it looks like right there.
It was retarded.
The fact that you're looking for this frightens me.
He's retotting his taters right now.
No, he's trying to get his head far enough up his ass to see his own point of view. What you need knobby tires for, Matt?
They commented on one of my videos that I might put some knobby tires on the Versus after this rain came, or balloon tires is what they said.
No, you need paddle tires.
Yeah, you need to put sand rail tires. Then you'll just float. You'll stay over.
Put some ammo cans full of spray foam. You float.
I don't think it's going to get that bad. Not here.
Oh, I'll make sure it does.
I'll make sure it does.
That's so thoughtful of you, Mike.
There's gonna be some flooding.
Hey, Mike, I just love hitting Matt so much. I mean, I'll just let it rain on him.
Just let it.
John.
See, Mike lives up above me, and he can suck so hard that he can suck the weather that way.
Oh my God!
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
Gauntlet's been thrown down.
The downtown portion of Johnson City will flood out.
Oh yeah, it floods when it
I'll
sprinkles.
tell you this much: Dodge Rider's gonna.
Oh, Cave Troll, don't go downtown this Saturday. Hello.
The weather's getting
My
already.
marker.
Actually, wait. Is there any motorcycle dealers close by down there that's gonna have an after tornado sale
After hurricane.
after hurricane?
Slightly flooded out motorcycles.
Completely flooded.
Discounted.
No, freshly washed.
Freshly
Yes, freshly washed. Yes. Inside and out. Might have a little bit of water in the oil, but that's okay. It'll burn off after a couple hours.
No, what you do is you drain the engine case and you just go ahead and
No, you got to leave that stuff in, man. Gotta burn it in.
burn it in.
Engine clean.
It helps break the sucker in. Get it used to it.
Oh, it breaks it all right.
Hey, Matt, you there?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't go down there?
Saturday, 12 to something at the LGBS, whatever.
LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, yo.
So what you're saying is
You can,
farm, we had some queers. E-I-E-I-O.
Either that or you can ride with me. I'm going to take my Jeep through there about 90 miles an hour.
Here a queer, there a queer, everybody's a queer.
Is
Sorry.
it LGBT festival or is it that unity, that Umaji, that I don't know, something African?
No, emoji. No, it's
Emoji.
Jill, you said that was that LGB thing, wasn't it? Whatever it is, gay thing.
I'm gonna go down.
Yeah,
catch me some
gay
Pokemon.
pride.
LGBTQ plus.
Yeah,
Whatever
you
it
gotta
is.
add in the plus because nobody can remember the 15 other acronyms that come after it.
Oh, it's XYZ.
ABC.
I could probably, but I don't give a fuck.
We got everyone. We got
Wow, Reverend, that was pretty harsh.
we got Eminem in the chat. Look out, everybody.
I was saying.
I'll probably still be asleep most of the day Saturday.
Still be asleep.
Well, me and my wife, we're going. The Moonshine Bandits are coming to Asheville, so we're going there for.
Sure.
You won't be home Saturday.
You won't be asleep if you leave your door unlocked. Those LGBTQ dudes,
I just walk right
girls,
in.
whatever the fuck they are, they'll fix you right the fuck up.
They'll be it.
Did you kill it?
Quick, kill it with fire. Kill it.
Trying to wax my bike.
Waxing your bike?
Yeah.
I've never heard of doing that.
Not the KLR. He's probably talking about the other bike.
Yeah.
Mike dropped out.
No, yeah.
Tommy dropped out.
Oh, hey, we forgot something. He might be watching. If not, he'll watch later. Hello, Overland for All. Hope you're enjoying your vacation.
Shit. That's right.
Oh, yeah, Overland on vacation again.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That boy don't work.
Him and Madonna sitting on the nudie beach together.
That's right.
What's it was on vacation like a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get
They get like a month off.
like 3 weeks a year.
I think he said he was gone for 2 weeks this time.
Oh wow.
They only work 24-hour weeks.
You know what that means, don't you?
I didn't
Milk-
know it was 24 hours.
He's drinking
Milk shortage in Portugal next week.
He's drinking him some milk.
Talking about milk.
Well, the eye of the hurricane's not that far off the coast now.
I think I'm going to start drinking just because.
It's aimed right at Surf City.
That's
I
where.
think the rain's supposed to get here Sunday, or start Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
That's when it's supposed to go. It's supposed to get wet here Monday.
Oh no, I'm hoping we get some good thunder and lightning storms.
Are you going to take the bike out and get some good video?
No, but I'll get some good video out.
Oh, come on! You gotta be a storm chaser, dude. Get out there and enjoy the weather. You ride a Harley?
Maybe if I had fuel injected.
Well, put a snorkel on it.
I about need to.
See, I got one of those dudes with the silver mouths that hang out over the side of my bike, spitting fuel into my intake. I guess there's not too many Mad Max enthusiasts here.
Just you mad people.
Mad Mike.
I ain't mad at nobody.
That's okay. That's okay.
Not at this moment, anyway.
I'm mad at everybody enough for you.
No, you're just mad. You're just mad, period.
In more ways than one.
Mad as a hatter.
No. I've got to be honest. I'm not mad at nobody, but everybody. So I'm okay.
You sure you're okay, Mike?
You're okay.
I'm okay. I've been tested.
That's a loose term, isn't it?
That's
No,
it.
no. It's very, very narrow. Very narrow. It can't be loose, or I'd say you're not okay, Mike.
I'm far from okay.
My wife, she's going to make a video. Well, she's supposed to be making a video of it. She found out how screwed up my childhood was and why
How screwed
I don't really like animals and why I don't get like attached to animals. Like my mom came up for the weekend and was telling her about all the dogs and everything that have died like right in front of me.
Why have they died right in front of you?
Getting hit by cars, killed by other animals.
He drives over them. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then you know, the older I got, then I became the executioner for my dad. You know, he was like, "That dog sucks."
Were you on a farm?
No, I was out in the country though.
Yeah, on the farm. On the farm, when we had more than 14 cats, it was time to start up the tree trimmer. One of those big ones. Yeah, saw blade on the end of it. Not being mean, I'm just telling you, it's just the way it was.
The purge.
At the age of 9, I became the designated executioner of the family. My dad looked at me and said, "Here's the 22, Mike. It's yours now on." And there's the cat with gangrene in its leg. Put it down. And that cat was mine.
Noise.
On the farm, you weren't supposed to name them. You just let them have their numbers. And because when it came time for the spring or fall butchering, you might be eating Bob or Rosie or Squirrely Bait or whatever.
Very true.
My sister named 2 big pigs we raised one time. One of them was Wilbur, and the other one was, I can't remember the other one's name. I still remember sitting at breakfast and saying, Wilbur's sure good. And she'd just cry and take off running.
Hey, we ate Red, which is a big ass bull. He was great cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, see, a friend of mine, she named hers Sirloin and Porterhouse.
See, we didn't name ours because we didn't know what kind of sexual orientation I like to be referred to back then.
We had a cure. We had a cure for that every spring when we dehorn and make steers. Oh yeah, we were clamping and cutting. There was good cannon. You ever had testicles out of a Dutch oven?
They were called what? Oysters.
Mountain oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the ones that argued with us, they got put down first.
Ones that argued. Yeah, we had to do a lot of that. Sometimes we'd get so much we wouldn't start doing the stock right, and we'd get too much inbreed into the stock, and we'd end up with a bunch of them that were born with extra legs or no tail or blind and all that stuff. A lot of those were easy to raise because they just stood in one spot and ate. But yeah,
what are you trying to say, Gopher? The reason you didn't name him because you didn't know if his cousin or brother.
Oh hell no! I didn't know. I had a pretty good idea though. Listen.
We need to do a blood test on this one. It looks an awful lot like me.
3 o'clock in the morning, just before you got ready to start milking. All right, you hear the milk machine running, and you can't find Wilbur, right? And Wilbur's not a cow or a pig. Wilbur was one of the young boys. Wilbur was out in the milk shed experimenting with the automatic milking machine.
It was milking. Right.
Everybody that's been drinking milk back in the mid to late 60s, yeah, y'all think you were getting grade A prime.
Just remember where the off switch is. Oh, that can hurt.
Yeah, the thing is, they forgot to tell him it doesn't stop until it gets 3 quarts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. They've made jokes about that, but don't kid yourself. That shit really did happen.
Oh. That vacuum cleaners.
I don't know nothing about no vacuum cleaner.
Mike knows
You
it
used
all.
you used to test Kirby's there, Mike?
Shop vacs. Oh,
No, he used to test the rainbow.
test the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Who remembers the rainbow vacuum cleaner?
I don't remember a
Yeah.
rainbow.
You don't
Yeah,
remember
I
rainbow?
do.
I do, yeah.
Is that a regional thing or?
I didn't
Working
swing
in an
that
air
way.
purifier too at the same time or something like that.
Yeah, because it was like one of the first ones that you would put water in.
Yeah, yeah.
We put water in ours whenever it sucked up.
We use the water as
water
filtration
floor.
or some sort or something.
Yeah. It was about the most nastiest thing to clean out too.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
my
bet.
mom had one.
My mom had a Craftsman.
I'm not going there.
We were so poor, we got a Craftsman.
Then she went to Electrolux.
I bet she did.
I like that rider. Boy, she's safe. She got a helmet on.
Uh-huh.
Ryder, Electrolux don't have wheels, man.
It's in the rain. She's in the, she's
They're all
in the
runners.
rain.
They
Did I
sit
miss
on the runners.
I like to be her raincoat.
Mike, did you get your tent dry?
It's dry. It's just not put in its bag.
So you rode all the way back with your tent flapping in the wind.
Actually, I had it all rolled up.
No wonder you're sore.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Especially when you get old.
Carl looks down and go, "What's that noise? Oh, look what's in the spokes."
What's up, Brandon?
No, I tried to roll my tent up like you're supposed to put it inside of its bag you buy it with.
And it's condom.
Hold on.
Okay.
And it was off by about 4 inches on each side. I'm like, piss on this. I kept it rolled up and just strapped it to the bike.
So you're saying it grew larger than the condom?
What it was is I didn't have it put together, folded quite right. And I said, piss on it. And I'm just going to put a garbage bag around it and store it that way. I'm not
There he
taking it
goes, telling those stories again.
Well, you shouldn't piss on your tent.
Say what, Mike?
I said you probably shouldn't piss on your tent.
Oh, you have to make it waterproof.
Drink a little gopher water.
Oh my God!
It helps to still the seams.
Not the gopher water.
It's
The gopher
Ohio
water.
water. Gopher water's better than Ohio water. I'll tell you.
You wouldn't have had no tent left if you'd have used gopher water. It'd have dissolved everything.
I mean, I made the super mistake. As soon as I got to Newcomers Town, I walked into the door, got myself a glass of nice cool water because I was super hot.
Ohio
and I
water?
had the shits for days.
Not Ohio water. You can't do that, man.
I learned it's worse than going down to
After
Mexico and
drinking
drinking water.
that pure metal laden PA water.
Oh, come on. Ours is full of oil. You know it.
It's full of metallic lead, iron, all kinds of heavy metals and stuff.
All your minerals you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a lot you don't need.
Just for good measures.
Oh, shoot.
The good die young. Pennsylvanians don't get old.
The good dies young. God damn it, that means I'm not good now.
Give it time.
Why do you think I'm still alive?
Oh, well,
in
let's
Ohio.
have some fun, right? Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I already told the security guards, though, don't be calling me because the internet's down if you ain't got power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't do any good, does it?
Yeah. I've gotten that call before.
Yeah.
My question.
Game Troll, you're on call, they're going to call you.
Killed that one, Gopher.
Yeah, I know.
Cave Troll, is your cave safe from being flooded?
Yes.
You have flood insurance on your tunnel?
On your tunnel.
My tunnel.
On your tunnel.
Now the tunnel down that you see me go through all the time, that does flood.
Yeah, we've seen other people go through that tunnel too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody was cheating on you.
Who?
I think you need to beat the tar out of him.
He likes to come drive through over here and doesn't stop by the house.
Yes, yes. He showed everybody your house.
He just drives by.
Well, open the gate sometime.
He was afraid you were going to sick the dogs after him.
Them dogs.
Should have got the watermelon pickers in the
that,
video.
that cat he's got. What do you
Mad
call
cat
it?
disease.
What's that cat's name?
Monster.
Demon or something? Monster, yeah.
Monster.
Well, her new my wife now calls it Lucy.
Lucy.
If you've seen what is it, Disenchanted, the little demon off of Disenchanted, Lucy, it's the little demon.
I was thinking Lucy, that movie named Lucy, that woman that had all the powers.
We bored somebody to sleep.
I'll be back, guys.
Who did go to sleep?
I'm gonna let you guys
Skip.
go that my phone is dying. It was nice seeing everybody.
No, I'm
See
listening.
you, Mike.
Yeah, see you later, Mike.
I'm listening.
Hopefully we can do this again soon.
It's the Mike and Mike show.
Yeah. Right
Yeah,
on.
I'm listening.
You best be. Mike's leaving.
You are.
made him all pissed off.
Yeah, my phone is dying, so
It's what you were
Okay,
saying
well,
while
good
you were
luck. Have a
asleep.
good night. Ride safe.
Yeah, you take care, man.
yeah, thanks. Hope see you
See ya.
again.
Yep.
Hey, Skip,
Yes.
what were you calling him in your sleep?
Who? What? I wasn't calling anybody in my sleep.
Oh, you should have heard the words coming out.
I was listening.
That's why he left, man.
Oh, shit. That was not right.
Yeah, it's not all right. A little left.
Yeah, sometimes. Especially right in Ohio.
I know. It's terrible.
It's terrible, I say. Going into
Oh.
Ohio, I actually got pulled over once, and a cop got a little disturbed whenever he noticed that I was carrying a gun. Then his partner said, "Is he threatening you with it?" Said no. He said he's from Pennsylvania. Wave him through, because it was for a state inspection.
They ain't afraid of them water guns.
That's what I thought. Like, what the heck are you afraid of this little gap gun for?
Didn't we just have a big shooting in Cincinnati yesterday?
When is there not one?
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah.
I think that was reported on WKRP.
No, something happened yesterday. I think in Cincinnati. There was a big shooting. I think 4 people got shot.
That's not a big one.
I remember seeing something, but I don't remember where it was.
We had a shooting in Hampton.
Yep. McDonald's was the drive-through, wasn't it?
Yep.
I bet you it was them stinking semi-automatics going out on their own, too.
Yeah. Those evil guns that shoot people by themselves.
All by themselves.
They drove themselves to the drive-through, too.
I seen that in California they're pushing that they if you live in California, they want you to buy only ammo made in California, and also you got to prove that you are you with your ID, and also you got to go through a background check every time, which you got to pay for.
Up and have like a major earthquake and break off.
I say let them go off on their own so we can invade them, then give them back guns.
We all bought a backhoe and went to the state line, started
We
digging.
don't need a backhoe, just a couple big old rods.
We'll help out the San Andreas fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just trying to relieve the pressure on the continental plates.
Yeah, they're complaining a little bit here.
Yeah.
I mean, just put a bunch of steel rods down along the ground there and let the lightning strike them.
I just want them to build a wall and start way east of California.
Yeah, just don't stop. Just keep on going.
Keep on.
Yeah, go all the way up the coast.
We got a little carried away.
Speaking of that, Matt, did you see the meat packing plant in Hawkins County? The guy got arrested and he was going to get like 20 years for He had like 100 different illegals that were working for him.
No, I hadn't seen that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
They busted.
ICE raided the meatpacking plant and like had like 104 people in custody.
Wow.
Are you using code?
They used. They did a raid here in this area, and they raided 6 states
I still think
and
CT's using
deported a whole bunch of them.
meat packing plant. I think that's a prostitute house or something. I don't know. Damn freaking place.
We had a construction site one time that the city inspector pulled up in a green Jeep, had emblems on the side. They said the Mexicans went to the woods behind the building. They were climbing inside the units on top of the roof. Hiding everywhere.
Hey, when I used to work at Builder's First Source in Hillsboro back in North Carolina, we'd have ICE show up all the time, and yeah, you like some of the guys were fine, but you'd see a bunch of them take off running.
There's a guy in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, that runs around in the green forestry type clothing, wearing a border patrol hat, the old green one. And they run all over.
Nothing says obvious whenever you see somebody running.
Aren't we getting an update there, Matt Man, on your? No, who was it? Oh, that was Cave Troll. They tried coming in to pour concrete.
Oh,
oh yeah.
That was Cave
Did
Troll.
we get any update on the?
I haven't heard anything.
Well,
the FSO's been busy this week, so
yeah.
We went on soft lockdown the other day just because they had a home invasion like right down the road.
A soft lockdown?
Yeah.
Wow. Don't they got pills for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about that.
So all of y'all have seen the Star Venture, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know how big that front end is and how big that bike is?
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Hardly any room. It was so cramped it wasn't even funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't believe they wouldn't let you guys video.
They're going to have to put you like at least 6 inches up in the neck, build you a custom frame, and then just stretch under the gas tank about 6 inches.
Well, later on that day, after me and my wife got done with a bunch of the touristy crap in Cherokee, we went over to Harley in Asheville, and I tried out the tall boy seat on the Road Glide.
Yeah.
And it was plenty of room.
See, they're just not going to stop till they put another new Harley under you.
Oh no, they were pushing hard. I was like, no.
Now, does Indian make one that's tall?
They might. I haven't tried. One of my subs actually mentioned trying to ride. I want to say it was the Indian Roadmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was trying out the Yamaha one because I just wanted to see what see if it would actually be enough room, and it wasn't. Now I sat on the Eluder, which is like the Street Glide version, the one without the tour pack, and the seat on that was far enough back, and I actually had room, but there's nowhere on the Star Ventures. There's nowhere on the crash guards to put highway pegs.
You just need a Honda Rebel.
What, for a tampon?
Yeah.
Tie a string to it?
Yes.
I did ride the FJR though. That was kind of fun.
After you wipe the Marshall slobber off of it.
Yeah. He rode it twice. I mean, it was a quick bike, that's for sure.
So why is this seat so slimy?
Marshall rode it twice. Oh man!
Later,
Marshall.
I mean, I'd say if I was single, then that it'd be a good bike, but not
Marshall.
not too much.
Wait, I've heard if you break it, you bought it. Well, I think that might be breaking it.
I think I made your motorcycle pregnant, sir.
No, he didn't like the color of that one.
Oh no! Did it have a rainbow on the side?
No.
Did it tear him up pretty bad because they wouldn't let you record? 'Cause I know he loves doing those first ride reviews.
No, but Anthony actually posted it on Facebook, and Yamaha actually replied back to my my Instagram post about it.
Oh, really?
Oh.
But their answer was just like the most generic, not actually answering the question at all comment ever.
Yeah. We're waiting.
Oh, you have to go on my Instagram and read it. I don't know where it is.
Instagram? What's Instagram?
I mean, not Imager. Well, it is Instagram.
I guess I'll have to see if I follow you. I can't remember. I think I do.
I just flat out told him, I was like, well, you're missing out on a lot of free advertising.
Yep. Hi, Dante. I know you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm here.
You missed a lot of weirdness here.
All right.
Yeah, Mike's been talking for 20 minutes.
I had to go and I had to go get my laundry, and I went out. I bought one of those little solar lights that's motion sensitive,
Mhm.
and I put it on that shed where I parked the bike,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to go see how bright it was.
Was
I
it the
didn't know-
square kind?
Huh?
Was it the square ones with the? Yeah, I have one in the front door, one in the back door. They're pretty bright.
I didn't know that at night they kind of still glowed though. They don't
Mine
run run full power, but they still kind of gives off like a glow that hey, it's there.
Yeah, it helps them cut the bike lock and break the steering lock.
Thank you. I might need parts.
Mike's writing this all down.
Anyway, it's more there for when I come home and it's dark, so I can see what the fuck I'm doing.
Or whenever we're backing the goat in.
Yeah, no.
No. I feel offended.
Dude, when we put the go back there, it didn't seem like it wanted to come back out.
It didn't. Now it might.
It wanted to stay with Dante. It didn't want to be Mike no more.
I mean, I had to push from the back.
Maybe the goat and Cloud Chaser had something going on you didn't know about.
Seriously, I had to push from behind.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying here.
It did not want. It didn't. It just didn't want to pull it.
I'll be right back. I go pull the pool vacuum out. I mean, Cave Troll's pool vacuum out.
What is it? So Moto Man is Cave Troll's pool boy?
Wow.
That's how he knew where he lived.
That's his nighttime job after he gets a hard day of construction work with all the illegals. His illegal crews. He's got to go.
He takes his crew over to Cave Troll's house.
You got to clean the pool for some walk around money.
Oh. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Oh man!
I do not understand what they say, but boy, they clean a pole really good.
It'll be interesting to see if it actually saw the charge.
Mows grass
By the
pretty
time
good.
my
Too.
dad leaves in the morning.
Mine normally dies out because I got critters that like to walk in front of my doors.
Mm.
Wow. The echo chamber.
Yes, I love it.
La, 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 la.
You're not supposed to take those lot lizards home with you, Mike.
I have kitties.
You have what?
Kitties.
You don't have lizards, you've got kitties?
I've got kitties. They're not even mine.
Well, of course they're not.
They're
It's like just like 90% of the parts on your bike. They're not yours. I don't know where I picked those up at.
Off the side of the road, they say Harley on them. Slight modification, they fit.
Anything will fit if you get a welder.
I don't even have a welder. I make them fit. Just heat them
With
up a little
enough
bit.
heat, anything will attach itself.
Just
Heat
recap
or
them with a
sledge?
metric thread.
There you go.
Hi, Matt. Welcome back, Matt.
Hello.
You get that pool clean?
Yes.
Did you get
Alright.
cave
Hey,
troll?
Cave Troll said that your workers didn't get the grass cut properly last time.
Get the grass cut.
Oh,
He's not a happy camper.
He likes it when you send people that have social security numbers.
But I hired those 3 guys from a concrete truck.
Don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you type in the social security number, it says deceased. Bing.
Oh, Raven is at the bike night in Coleraine Steak and Lube. She's heading home now.
She don't like us anymore.
Yeah, I sent her a message telling her that I was going to try and be at the last Rip Rap Roadhouse meetup tomorrow night, and because she comes up to that a lot, trying to find her a hunka.
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm not going to bike nights.
Keep them away from Sharon.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta get a different bike. You gotta get a bike that rides 2 up.
Oh,
I need to
man.
find one that already rides.
The bike or the chick?
The chick.
Both.
Oh, I
Both.
was going to say.
I gotta find a chick that already rides and has her own bike. That way,
Oh, I misunderstood the riding part. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she just put in that she'll hopefully see everybody in a little while.
But see, this goes back to the conversation we were having a couple of weeks ago. You got to make sure she's a sport bike rider, because 90% of the girls that ride any kind of cruiser are not attractive at all.
well,
That's not really high on the list right now, is it, Dante?
no. I mean, it's a. I mean, like most of the girls I've seen that were cruiser riders, yeah, they're all tatted up. Now,
What's wrong with tattoos?
no, let me finish.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
now I could look past the tatted up, and
I'm
like,
talking about butch dykes.
and I had one come up to me asking for directions, and I thought about saying, hey, I'll just lead you there, and kind of go, you get the idea. You get
Oops, I took a wrong turn. How do we get to my house?
Well,
Yeah,
let me show you my
yeah.
basement. Let me show you the basement of the basement.
Bags
Sure.
do a lot of good. I mean, sometimes you got to use 2 or 3 bags, but it does a lot of good.
Anyway, before that gets out of control.
Before?
Too late.
Is there ever been any control?
There's a little bit. There's a
There's a guideline,
there's
but
a small
kinda-
guideline.
but when you make the guideline out of tissue paper, come on, it's
there's a small guideline, and
there's going to be a rip in someplace.
a little bit.
I see the other side.
But don't you guys have like bike nights and stuff in the hills there, buddy?
The only bike night I know of is the Quaker Steak, and it's on a freaking Tuesday night.
Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Ours is on
And
Tuesday night as well.
Ours is Thursdays.
I think they've
I'm
already
stuck here.
I think they've already had the last one. And every time I rode by there, it's nothing but Harleys, as far as the eye can see.
We have
Listen.
bike day, but it's on Saturdays every month.
You just go on down to Vistaprint. You have you some stickers made up, and you sticker Harley all over the KLR. You'll be fine.
Tell them it's the new Pan America.
I tell
Yes.
you what.
Tell them, yeah.
Don't tell them it's the fucking Pan America.
You'll get the same treatment that most V-Rod riders got when they first came out.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
I pulled into the Quaker Steak and Lube down here on bike night. And I pulled in, I walked in right to the bar, and the guy said, "What we have to drink?" And I told him a virgin iced tea because I'll drink and pride. And he said, "You know what, dude? I just seen what you wrote in here. It's every time you come in here, it's on the house."
What?
Yeah. He said nobody comes in with something like that
What?
in here.
What night was it there, Mike? What night?
Thursday nights.
Oh,
Well,
that's gay night. Of course.
Was it Peter?
Wait a minute, Mike.
What's
Even though he saw what you rode, water's always free.
Oh yeah. No, it ain't always free down there, I'll tell you.
No, it's not. Not here anymore either.
I seen what you wrote in on. It's free.
Yes, it is. That was the previous owner.
He liked your little blue scooter.
So that means if I go, I'll get the hell off the premises.
No, you'll get a Bloody Mary.
Bloody something. Bloody something.
Devil
Let's
gin.
go drag that KLR around the parking lot, boys.
No, wait. Somebody already done it.
Batman. Batman.
Oh my god,
I didn't have any.
Matt, that's a missed opportunity right there.
Cave Troy, it's because I hit it around beside the building.
I mean, at least you didn't drop your bike coming into the dealership like that one.
Oh yeah, like that one dude did. Yeah. Was that his or was he test riding?
I think he was test driving.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we had a couple guys put their disc locks on the back brake, and a couple guys run up, jumped on them, got them started, and just floored it and broke the brake locks off.
Wow.
Off the rear disc. They didn't care. Took off with them.
I'm afraid if I ever go in for a test ride, they'll look at my bike and say, "Hey, we see what you ride. There's no freaking way you're riding ours."
Oh, that's true. That's
Tell him it used to be a Versus before you customized it.
He used to be a.
When I got there, Cave Troy and Marshall was getting ready to go out on a ride. As soon as they pulled out, one of the salesmen walked over and he said, "You waiting on your buddies?" I should have said, "No, I'm here to ride something."
You should have wrote something.
You know what I was in a hurry to go do?
Clean some poles. Great minds think alike.
That's scary, dude. It really is. I told you we got to be brothers someplace back in some sheep herding family.
Sheep herding family.
Yes.
Someplace between here and Scotland, me and you's related.
That's scary.
Not really, Dante. What's scary is
Oh, here we go. It's story time.
Yeah, waking up. Now now see, I didn't say. Oh, what you fail to realize I didn't go there.
You just did.
No, that one's already taken.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, jeez. You got me all ramped up, my friend. You got me all ramped up.
You guys are waiting for that shoe to drop.
Yes, come on. Come on.
Oh, no.
No, actually, Matt, man, I just love to hate your bike.
It's almost spiritual at this point.
Yes.
Oh crap, Mike! You made me close the wrong. I had my favorite link picked out, and you made me close it. I clicked the wrong thing. Now I gotta go back and find it. It was way back there too.
Yeah, you know what? The one good saving thing on your bike is that nice Kawasaki right on the fuel tank. Yeah.
Yep, Kawasaki Versys. That's what it says.
The Versus I could ignore. You raise that fender up or delete it, put some knobby tires on it. You could do some work then.
He already lowered the windscreen. Now it sounds like he's in a storm.
Actually, I like that because I can see over it.
Yeah, now you can. Yeah,
Before it was all blurred.
I like his excuse. I like his reasoning. I couldn't feel the wind.
Going through my two hairs.
Through my two hairs
on my head.
Imagine that.
Even though it's under a helmet.
Oh, dude, there's a guy from Motomino. He's starting to do the TAT, and he has an older KLR that he's dumped a fortune into and modified, and he did a rally raid fairing on the front of it. He completely just took the stock fairings off and made his own. And on the side of the fairing, he wrote KTM 650 GS.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off for tonight.
Good night, CT.
Oh,
later.
Take it easy, buddy.
Let me know when,
Ride safe.
the watermelons get ripe.
Kill them bunny rabbits.
Damn bunny rabbits.
There's another one scared off.
Let's see here.
Keep talking, Mike. Keep talking.
Skip, come on. Stop scaring these people off.
Skip just giggling. I have the power.
No, seriously, Matt, you be careful down there whenever the wind starts blowing.
All right. It's not supposed to be too bad. I think they said something around here around 30, 40 miles an hour or something.
Between you and CT, you know? Don't be eating no beans during that time because it makes the winds even harder.
All right, let's see here.
I hope you don't lose no workers.
No, the wind will just pick some up and bring them in.
Yeah.
Is that coming? Oh, it's not coming from Mexico. It's coming from. Never mind.
This is his bike.
That's ugly. Hey, I think he has my tool tube on there.
I was gonna say
Tom's lid.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, it says KTM 650 GS.
Looks like a cardboard box in the front.
No, that's all fiberglass. You molded that.
Looks like a tiki god from the front.
Let's see if I can find a better picture of the front of it.
I found my link.
he's running 4 lights up front. They're all 4 of them are LEDs.
Mm.
I mean, I could kind of see how that would shear the wind off of you.
This is what's behind that fairing.
Man Central GPS, 2 GPSs.
Yeah,
I almost have all that.
that looks like a power inverter right there. He's got mounted, and then he's got a vapor speedometer, RAM mount for its phone. And I think
is that a sat phone?
That's one of those GPSs.
That's one of those handheld GPSs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's
And
the
a
one.
lot of hikers use them.
Well, the big ones is a road GPS. The smaller one's a trail GPS.
The big one looks like a Garmin.
It is. They're both Garmin.
You know those construction coffee cups? The little cone ones? If I saw something like that, I'd like to stick 4 of them on them and paint them red so that his headlights look like missile launchers.
He did this on a Tractor Supply parking lot because his radiator's giving him trouble.
Oh.
Tractor Supply parking lot.
Yeah, it's not like it was clogged and not getting any airflow or anything, huh?
I do have a small section of video whenever I was down by Dante's, where it was nighttime when I was heading to McDonald's, and I pulled into a tractor sales parking lot, and I made the comment, well, I might as well pull on over on here to see if I can get some parts for the goat. Too bad they were closed.
It never stopped you before. Look, nobody's home. No, I still get my parts.
Well, there was too much traffic going on in the front of it. Go back and forth to do that.
Probably get help.
I know you had trouble getting that muffler flapper deal to keep the rain out to fit.
I've thought about that. I can put a little piece of pipe coming out the end and just put one of those flappers. Have it come up on the angle.
Honestly, I almost put one on the gopher. I almost did.
Have a pipe coming straight up and go plop, 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 plop,
plop, plop, plop, plop.
No, don't put a stack on the gopher.
Yes.
I gotta get a brake. I gotta get the front brake is seized up solid. I gotta get it fixed.
We got a guy out here that's got one of the Cushman 3-wheelers.
Uh-huh.
And he took those big chrome stacks from a semi and put 2 of them on there, and it sounds throaty.
Never do stacks.
The gopher's got to answer the phone.
Yeah, I'm seeing if it's an emergency or not. Nope, we're good.
The sure pumpkins have gone.
As long as T isn't getting sucked into the sewing machine again.
Well, she just got back from Canada. All right. And I went to get her from last week, and they crushed her mobility scooter.
Oh, Jesus.
Like they did mine, but even worse. It looks like it was put inside an industrial press. I shit you not. And we're trying to get her something because with her job, her having to travel all over and stuff, we got to have one. And to get the airlines, we had the guy come out and do the whole evaluation. I already did a video, and he ran out of paper writing down everything that was damaged. I'm probably going to end up putting the video up. The video.
How did they do that?
All I can think is they had to have dropped it multiple times off from the plane. Instead of setting it on something and letting it ride down, they just dropped it 7 foot from the edge of the cargo hold where they put the mobility devices. They just had to drop it to the ground.
Or did they put it in between 2 cookie sheets and slide them together?
I don't know, but where this goes, it doesn't go in the regular luggage compartments and storages. It goes in a special place for canes, walkers, mobility scooters, and stuff like that. That's right underneath where the loading ramp where you walk into the plane. So it's right there.
What did the airline say?
Nothing. Just that we had to prove that it was this, that, and whatever, and what we paid for it. And the airline went, oh, my God. Because when she got hers, they were much more money because they were new to the market and they were the only ones that could go on the planes. So she paid $2,500 for hers. yeah, it, you know, and now she can't, and she special ordered pink, and now she's upset because she can't get pink. They discontinued it, so she can't get it no matter what she pays. So she's upset.
Can she have the plastic painted pink?
Well, I think we're going to end up just having it pinstriped and stuff, because she wanted to have the pink pinstripe with flames and, you know, old hot rod logos and stuff. Remember, she goes with me to all these car shows. She's really a motorhead for real. And she wanted to have it all done like that. So
now, is it affecting her work?
Well, she hasn't. I'm probably going to have to let her use mine to go, because she has to go to Oregon or Washington State and then Canada 2 times at the end of this month. And it's only in a few days. Rent.
Charge them rent on yours.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're going to do. Here's
get
the
a
thing,
bill for rent. Make it cost them.
Yeah, if she takes mine and it gets damaged, she can't get reimbursed for it because it's registered to me.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing. I mean,
I don't care. One? Can she rent one?
I don't know of any companies that rent the one that will go on the plane. She would have to rent something to get on the plane and then have it rented for her to get off the plane. But
yeah, let it cost them. Let it cost them for damaging her
I know, dude. It's unreal.
Oh, yeah.
See, they had to replace mine
when
we first got them. I mean, they were only 3 weeks old and they crushed it.
Yeah, I would make it cost them.
But they mistaken it as landing gear.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But they got to know who does it, because every piece of luggage is, when it's going through, it's all time dated. Everything's time dated. They know who was working, where they were working, what ramp they were working at, what they were loading, who touched it, who didn't touch. Because there's the regulation, and then in all of the documentation with all this stuff, they know exactly who did it. To me, I would go back and go, you have to pay for this.
I'm not paying for it.
You know, all they do is jack up the price of your seats, and she's already paying twice the price because she has to pay for a handicap seat. So
you know what I do?
What?
This is what I do. Is there a TV station and tell them how they destroyed her scooter and poor handicapped woman and just embarrass the crap out of them?
Yeah, well, she can't really do that with her job because she's supposed to be low. She's not. People aren't even supposed to know she's. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
She's not really there.
Yeah, that's one reason. That's one reason that we're starting this YouTube channel about her travels and things going on and whatever. And I'm probably going to be the one doing it all, but she's going to have all the video. That way, her job can't say anything.
Right.
Because it's me. She just has the camera, so that's why we're getting these different body cameras and stuff. I'm even thinking about having one attached to the scooter as it's going through transport. If nothing else.
You could sit there and get one of those, the DVR units that they use for the motorcycles.
Right, and just it'll run for approximately 12 hours on a charge. And they're just little pinhole cameras. There's a forward and reverse camera for the motorcycles. And I thought about making it into the carry bag, but there's all kinds of regulations about filming on the planes now and stuff.
Well, that's why, because they're screwing stuff up.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
that's saying you want one that records audio to see what the guy's doing while he's destroying it.
Yeah, the ones I was looking at has 2 cameras, has a forward and rear camera for the motorcycle. On a charge, it's like 12 hours and stuff, and it records sound. Now, it doesn't even have to be high quality stuff. It just has to be,
Yeah, like undercover camera stuff. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, but that's what we're going to try and work out for her YouTube channel. But yeah, she can't do it directly and she cannot bring attention to herself, high profile.
Right, what she does. So, but she can do it surrogately.
Yeah, she can film it. I can put my ugly mug on it.
She's part ninja.
Yeah.
We are definitely related.
Oh, she's so because of who she works for and the things she does, and she can't really, can't really do anything, but what she could do, oh my God. Oh
I
my
have
God.
a question. What about them handling it?
No,
They can't.
No, not for
Okay.
employees, not for people that are either DOD'd or whatever. No.
Darn.
I wouldn't let them
I
handle
know, it's
mine.
crazy to have all to do something all day long that you're not allowed to do for yourself.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. So
I mean, I took dog cookies in my bags, and I got on the other end of the plane flight, I had powder.
oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they were deep in this huge bag. There's no way. I'm like, there's no way they're going to crush these.
Well, that's why when I get on a plane with my camera gear, it doesn't leave my side. That's my carry-on. I don't care if I don't care if they lose my clothes, my medicine. My camera gear, that's it.
My carry-on was my camera gear and my helmet.
Yeah.
I told them my helmet was for safety for landing.
Well, I've got enough scars. I've got enough scars and holes in my skull. I could probably get one of those and tell them I have to wear it in case I have a fit. I bet I could get him to let me do that too.
Tater.
I bet you could get a camera mounted inside that padded thing.
Yeah, they get, because she's pulled out her phone before to start to record on the plane, and oh my gosh, they lose their mind. But yet they let Casey Neistat and all these other big name YouTubers do whatever they want on these planes.
Yeah, but Casey Neistat's riding business class though.
He's riding extra luxury.
Yeah.
A 28, not a 2,800, a $28,000 flight.
I ride in a turlet.
I mean, that comes with BJ's.
I ride in a turlet.
Well, I don't ride in a turlet, but I ride my own turds.
I ride in a turlet. Yeehaw! Ride them.
You've got the special accommodations.
Yeah.
You don't have the seatbelt in here.
I've got 2 Depends on, just in case.
Depends. Really depends.
Most guys go on dates with a double bag. I go on with double Depends.
I just wear a rubber suit.
To protect you or them?
Get that blue water on me. It never comes off.
No, what you do is when you're sitting beside someone, about partway through the ride, just act like just start making facials like you're taking a dump in your pants.
Oh, do the grunting? Oh, I can fake a good grunt.
I'll never forget how hilarious it was having. I was in the plane that there were 3 seats across with the aisle in between 2 of them, and it was me against on the one side and this big ass football player on the other side, and the guy with the trolley. He's like, "Do you mind standing up?" We stood up. There was no more extra room.
How big was his ass, Mike?
Oh, I didn't really measure it because I didn't look that close. But you could tell it was a big ass one. He made me look very, very small. Like, does this dude make my ass look big?
Yeah, but you just fly on a puddle jumper too.
Yes.
Well, they tried that crap with her again. I think I told you guys before because she pays for a handicapped access flight, and they told her she had to climb these stairs, and she says, "I can't do that." And they said, "Well, go back to the terminal, and you'll have to reschedule and get another plane, and you'll have to pick your luggage up and everything once you get there." So she forced herself to climb up these stairs. Well, they tried to do it to her again, and she pulled out her phone, and they said, "Wait a minute," and they got a lift. But when she gets these tickets, she buys them. They're bought ahead of time.
Oh, they don't care.
Listed handicap, and she pays extra for an extra seat and extra room.
They don't.
No, and they just, it's just,
Gopher. There's somebody talking.
Remember about a year or so ago about the big rigmarole of because people paid for an extra seat because the kid wasn't on that flight, and they tried to make him give up the seat.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yep.
Oh
Gopher,
yeah.
please answer the side chat.
Because
Please
they
answer the side chat.
oversold that flight.
We are waiting for your response at the side chat, Gopher. Please answer. Calling the Gopher to the side chat. Please come
Whose
to the side
donkey's
chat.
going off?
Come on.
It might be mine. You never know when my donkey's just going to go off.
Sounds like somebody's ass went off.
That's it.
Yeah, who's the jackass in the crowd that speaks that language?
That's me. That's me.
There might be a couple of us. I was just kidding.
It was me. I'm not kidding. Just putting it out there.
Just put it out there. That's your problem right there.
Well, the aliens taught me well.
Yeah, well. Just probing it out there.
Probing it out there. Kind of. So, how's the watermelons?
I'm not going over after dark.
Are you chicken?
Yep.
Now you showed us where he lives. I'll see you in all the few seconds.
Okay.
You got me hungry for watermelon.
Did you see the bunny rabbits eating the watermelon?
No.
You didn't see that? Did you see him smoking the bong?
Yes.
Yeah, but not one of my favorite links.
What? They all can't be tens there, Matt, man. I've learned that a long time ago. About 3:30 in the morning, you take what you can get.
That's Gopher's jackass going on.
That one is. I found a whole thing.
You found a donkey soundboard.
That one sounded in pain.
Poor Gopher.
Poor Mike.
Poor Gopher.
I'm getting homesick for the farm. I'm telling you right now.
They called him Tater Tot. We didn't mind that he was retatered.
Put down the soundboard.
Yeah. My dad was in the woods. They were hunting. They were down in the motherland, down in KY.
This story ain't going to go well.
Oh, they went down a old logging road.
Yep. Sounds like stories of mine.
The sun wasn't up yet, and it was dark, and of course you can't see through the thickets for nothing. They're down in these big pine groves down there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember whether it was pheasant or what they were hunting. I think it might have been grouse. They were hunting grouse, and of course they scare the bejesus out of you when they take off anyway. But they got down there, and my dad got separated, and he was farther behind him and stuff like that, and that noise went off behind him, and he nearly crapped himself silly. There was a couple of black mules tied up on a logging road there, left there overnight so that they could come back. They didn't want to walk them out. They just left them there, and they were still logging with mules. And that noise went off behind him and scared the absolute crap out of him.
I got a little story.
He tells that story all the time. All righty, Mikey.
I was deer hunting, and I went into this area my dad showed me as a kid. It was between two fields along a wood line. Now, remember, I hunted this years and years and years before this story came about. And it was always just clear pasture field with no animals in it to hunt for deer on both sides. Well, I snuck in during the nighttime, and I realized there was a cattle field right behind me. So I put my back against this big, huge maple tree. Okay, I heard this kabang, kabang, kabang. I mean, this was right before sun came up. I heard this boom, not too far from the back of my tree. Here, these two people from Pittsburgh came up through and shot themselves a nice side of beef.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They came up and said, "What a big deer." I poked around the tree and said, there is no deer in that field, my friends.
I hope they had a big wallet.
They had horns, so they thought it was a deer.
Oh. Well, the one said, "How are we going to drag this one out?" I told him, I said, "Well, the farmer that's coming up over the hill with his tractor.
I'm sure he'll
help you pull it out."
Yeah. He'll help you shove it in, then pull it out, then shove it in.
There were two guys. This was in Colorado. And they got to the deer check station. They took their guns away. They gave them a ticket for $10,000. And they can't hunt for 10 years. Because the deer that the elk they thought they got were the moose that they were trying to reintroduce in Colorado.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah. They took their guns away, took the kill.
Because they spent a lot of money trying to repopulate out there. Oh man.
Oh yeah. All
they had to do is put one out there and a gopher.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was yeah, they had them tagged and everything and all bundled up and they took it all.
Man. Yeah, back in the day, quite a few years ago, when we were trying to repopulate pheasant and quail in Ohio, because we were losing all of ours, so we went out west to get them, and we got all the eggs, and they were raising them on the farm to repopulate. Well, the thing is, when you raise them like that, you have to feed them. We found out, well, unfortunately too late, but we found out that if you feed them by hand, even physically walk out and chuck it out of a bucket into their bin and feed them to raise them to a certain size and then take them to release, they have no fear of people. When hunters are out there, they walk right up to the hunters to get fed and end up getting shot. So our repopulation efforts didn't work so well for a couple years.
They did something similar right here, around Sharon, Pennsylvania. Actually, Mercer County, where they tried to repopulate this area with turkey.
Yeah.
They flew in some Asian turkey that whenever they did repopulate, but they came up with stupid turkey that would actually walk right up to you during deer season, or even walk out to your car and bring your car and get
Were
hit.
they Harbor Freight turkeys?
Yeah, I mean, they found out. I mean, the whole population was slaughtered off within one year.
They walk right up to you. The pheasant, the quail would run right up to you and chase you through the fields wanting their food. Well, we come to find out what they started doing was they would raise them in pens away from buildings, and they would all had automatic feeders and stuff like that. So they never saw a person until they were captured and put in boxes to be released. So that was trauma in itself. So that helped. They never saw the people. They never, saw another human being or anything like that. And then the trauma of actually physically going in and catching them and putting them in boxes to release them, that helped too. So we did get some, but it took I think it was 4 or 5 years before they actually found out that That's why the population wasn't growing, because instead of them running and hiding like normal, they ran right up to people and got shot.
I mean, after that season, I wrote to the game warden. I said, I hope we got those turkey awful cheap. Because I don't think we have any left.
Well, if there's ever a purge, I'm just going to lay KLR parts out in my yard.
And lay on the roof.
Yeah.
Just lay up on the roof and snipe them out.
You won't see me.
Oh, you won't see him.
You won't see me. I'm part ninja. You got to remember that.
You're part what?
Ninja.
What kind of sheep's that?
Yeah.
Black sheep.
Black sheep ninja, black ninja sheep.
Yeah, we're not racist. We like black. We do.
Actually, no, he's part Indian.
Yeah, Indian actually. Yeah.
Indian? Yeah, well, so am I, but it hasn't helped so far.
It's a hindrance. So it's good looks.
Well, we don't have to worry about either one of those.
I do.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Okay, putting my feet up in the chair. I don't have my boots on.
What's that smell? What's that smell?
It ain't me. Doop, doop, doop. Hello. Starting to speak my talk there.
Well, you got a date going on there, Mike?
Yeah, who you on the phone with, Mike?
Hey, don't you call the missus that.
Oh my God, this is getting out of hand.
Oh no, I got a good grip on it. It ain't getting out of hand.
Oh.
I use tweezers.
Matt.
Call your name, Matt.
Oh my goodness.
He knows you.
Gopher. Gopher.
Matt. Knows that versus. So, Matt, well, every time you start running low, do you just go back to the dealership and have them refill the tank up for you?
I wish.
I mean, how much you paid for that versus they should be?
Well, that's how a bike dealer goes broke. Just go back and keep getting it refilled.
Well, Matt doesn't ride enough to really worry about that.
Wow.
Are you going to put up with that, Matt?
I've learned to ignore.
Learn.
I learned.
You using them big words.
You buddy.
Learned it. They learned me.
Learned.
So when are you going to put some real luggage, the ammo cans and stuff on that?
Nah. I've just took one of the bags off one time right after I got it just to make sure I knew how to take it off.
Yeah. You go back on?
I do like the way you've been doing the music and stuff on the ride.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cave Troll did his, and he did a go for speed up.
I think most people like the music better than they do hearing me.
Oh no, I find it interesting when you're talking and stuff. I'm just waiting for you this one day just to either do a Dante or a Mike and just mind and just go off.
I'm due to do another one of those.
Yeah, you are. We need some entertainment.
You need some entertainment.
I really Gopher. You're speaking in tongues with me. I don't understand what you're saying. Me going off? I'm just going to have you verify what you're actually talking about in writing sometime.
Okay. Well, I can't do it because I'm not a motovlogger. I don't,
So all you can be inside your Gopher once you get going again.
Oh, it will be this winter if I can get it running because all the car shows will be up.
Somebody
whip it
just
out.
needs to go up and help you get it going.
No, it's just the part is not available. The front caliper is just not available. So I'm going around to all of the junkyards to get the part. The problem is it's in worse shape than the one I've got on there. And they don't make a rebuild kit for that front cylinder.
What was the caliper originally off of?
It came off of and here's the thing, it came off of a vehicle made from 93 through 97, and they changed it often. So even though I might find the year, it takes different parts. Now I've got it narrowed down to 93 because the brake pads that it goes on that only fits that caliber off of a 93. So it's a 93 Festiva, not a Fiesta, a Festiva, or the Aptiva. No, not Aptiva. Yeah, Aptiva, I think it is.
Fire.
Oh, Raven's home.
Raven's
Hi,
home.
Raven's going
Yes.
to be in here soon. So let's start cussing and swearing off before she comes in.
That's why I saved these links.
Oh, she can't see those.
No.
That's okay. I know I'm her favorite pig.
So that's the little bit larger Ford.
Yes, it's the little bit larger. It's not the sport model. It's the family sedan model.
Yeah,
that
because the sport model I can put in my back pocket.
Yeah, it
Family
was
sedan.
small.
Yes,
It was small.
Already a foot of rain at Atlantic Beach in North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
I can remember helping a family member change tires on the sport model, and all I did is pick the one side up, and we stuck concrete blocks underneath
So,
it.
so Gopher, would you know it to see it?
No. What I'm doing, and they hate me at the parts stores because I take the part off, I go up there, and I go, here, match that. And there's no cross-referencing to numbers. And the last time I was in there to get the brake pads, I was in there, I shit you not, 4 hours going through boxes of pads that they said, well, this will fit. And I laid them up against each other. I said, no, the whole alignment is 1/16 off on this set. Or the next set would be, no, these are square holes. I need round holes. And I mean, that's what I have to go through to find some of the parts. And I contacted Westward Industries in Canada. And I think I've told you this before. They want $2,000 to put me in touch with someone that can help me.
This is the front.
That's
correct?
nuts.
Yes, this is the front.
Can you
I'd convert it.
could
swap
you
it out.
possibly make another caliper that'll work?
No, because the front caliper on that is super thick. It's not like a motorcycle caliper, and it's not like a regular car caliper either. The rotor's really thick, so it takes that caliper. What I'm going to do is I just have to find, and these are quote unquote Canadian metrics, and they say, oh, there's no difference in metrics. Yes, there is. Oh, yes, there is. Because I can't even plug the front, because I just would disconnect the front line, take the caliper off, leave the rotor on, take the caliper completely off, and plug the front line, but I don't have anything that same thread to plug it, and I've tried everything.
Does this look anything like it?
Let me get back to that page.
Are they on forks?
Oh yeah, it's on industrial forks, but it is supposed to be the one that came off the oh, there we are. Okay.
Now, have you tried contacting a parts dealer in Canada that handles the industrial Fords?
No, because these parts came off the car.
Right. Okay, so what about the parts people up in Canada? Can they do that?
Not
Since it's
unless
Canadian
I pay
anyway.
them the $2,000 for them to they will not put me in contact with the people that have the parts and I can get the parts from unless I become part of their thing, whatever they're calling it and stuff.
Oh,
So
geez.
yeah, I have to basically now anybody that sells them down here, if they sell me the part without getting the okay from up there, they're in trouble with their supplier up there. It's weird. It's weird. And they don't make this particular one anymore, but that's very close to it, except it's very close to it.
He's just not one of the popular kids.
No, I'm leaning towards just because I haven't had front brakes on it since I got it. It's just that now the plunger is swelling up so much that it's locking the front brakes up. And I've even put springs in where you see that the little spring that's on there now is what pushes them back, pushes the plunger back in. I've got industrial push springs on those bars.
Yeah.
Pushing it back now, and it still will not go back. That plunger just is swelling up so much inside, it just wants to keep coming out.
What size brake lines does it have?
I don't know off the top of my head right now. I don't know, but I've tried all the ones I had on my Volkswagens, all the ones I have on all my GM products, and nothing is even close. I tried to measure the threads with a thread gauge, and that's when no metric fits it, no SAE fits it.
Okay, how about this?
The reason why I'm asking is just cut the nut off, and
That's painful.
and like get like a line locker, put a line locker on it, and just close it off.
Well, I thought about just cutting the line itself, threading a bolt into it, and putting a clamp on it. I mean that's going to seal it just as good as
How's
anything.
the caliper? How is the rotor attached to the wheel?
Bolted on with 4 or 5 bolts.
Could you have a motorcycle rotor fitted to that, and then use a motorcycle caliper?
Machining and all that and everything. I went through even some of the companies here. See, all the guys that I used to do machining with and stuff, they're all dead. Everybody's dead.
Okay. I'm going to give you a crazy idea.
But they want to charge so much damn money. It's just unreal.
I'm going to give you a crazy idea.
Well, I'll accept it.
Take the rotor off.
But then the plunger will go ahead and come all the way out.
Just put something in there that'll.
I understand. Yeah, I possibly could do that.
A block of wood.
But to take the front end off, then I have to true the front end again. I can't do it with these hands. It nearly killed my hands when I did it last year because you have to true the front end once you take the axle off.
Yeah, but you got to do it the next time you put tires on too.
Those tires, the tire that I took off the front was a tire from 1997. The tire I put on it should last until another 25 years.
You telling me they're not Harbor Freight tires, son?
They're not Harbor Freight.
Good.
These are tires that were made for the car that had been setting in a Walmart bin. The guy said he knows for at least 15 years. They were sealed in that and wrapped in that. What's that?
Paper.
Well, yeah, but
paper or plastic, one of the two.
They were wrapped in the paper, but they had cosmoline. I think it's cosmoline. They think they had where they were coated, and the rubber is just as nice and new and soft as it was when they were made. No crap. So I hope I never have to change that tire again.
KY jelly.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Makes
but it
nice
was a real thick brown gooey thing, and
yeah, KY jelly.
It really protected it. So
message that seller and see if you can get some measurements off that caliber.
Well, I was going to take the caliber off today, but my hands are really hurting after all this rain and everything.
Yeah,
you got more coming.
I'm going to take it off again, but as soon as I take the caliber off, I have to repurge the master cylinder each time.
Purge?
Yeah, because of the way it's set up.
Air gets up in it.
But that looks pretty close.
Yes, but so did the 500 ones that I went through the last time I tried to find the brake pads. See, these look very close, except you see where the pins go through, the glide pins. You have two of them, one on each side.
Yeah.
And then you see the edge that's more of a straight cut on each side. All right. Yeah. There's a simple difference in those, that the ones that are on mine has a notch in one side and then they're rounded edges. And that's why I had to go through so many. But I know it comes from a 93, so I'm assuming that this caliber should be the 93 too, because the other ones wouldn't fit at all. They wouldn't even go on the pins. So the problem is trying to find a new or even rebuilt caliper for that car.
Okay, what if you had the caliper and just had some guide pins machined to fit where your guide pin's got to go through?
Well,
have the different guide pin.
Well, that'll just hold the that just holds the pads in place is all that does.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying you have to have certain guide pins.
Right. This caliper here that I'm looking at is missing four bolt holes. Let me look at another picture here.
You know, this isn't rocket science, but they made it rocket science. Stupid.
Yeah,
they don't want you. They want you to only go through them.
Yes, so that's the way they did it. That's why there's no numbers on all these parts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So there's no way to cross reference.
Well, see, you said it was out of Canada, right?
Yeah.
So it's a European spec.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and bookmark this page, and I'm going to...
Hi, Matt.
I'm going to look at this later.
I can help you with those stickers, but they won't be mine.
Thank you, Dante.
Okay, like I said, I'll if you can get me a picture, I'll hunt for it.
Jalapeno. The Purge.
100-mile-an-hour winds, guys.
Yeah, they're gonna get,
That's nothing. I rode 100 miles an hour on my bike. My helmet was buffering a little bit, but that was it.
I mean, we could always put an upgraded caliber on it. Just fucking do away at the factory. Put a Willwood caliber on it.
Yeah, but then I have to take the whole front end apart, and then I have to have an adapter or adapt it over, and oh man, once that's all done, then cool, But it's just this.
You just need somebody to help you take it apart, put it back together.
Yeah, my helpers around here are old like me and crippled, and so
that's why I kind of wish you lived closer, Gopher.
I did too. I wish I did. If there is anything left of Myrtle Beach next year when we go, they'll rebuild it. They'll just get sand from Michigan. That's what they did last time. They just went to Michigan and loaded up truck after truck after truck after truck of sand and dumped it out there in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it's
next
close
year
enough.
when the super car show, when the Run to the Sun goes off. Now, Mike, how far are you from where they are in Tennessee?
Not far enough.
Oh, shit. Holy crap. Oh.
Hurry.
Anyway, because I got looking at the road, we'll be leaving here from Ohio. We'll be going probably within a stone's throw of Cave Troll and Matman.
Be coming right through us through Johnson City, I'm sure.
Yeah. How far is that for you? That's closer for you, isn't it, Dante?
Oh, for what? To where?
To where Matman lives in Johnson City, Tennessee.
Johnson City? Oh, Christ, that's at least a 5-hour ride.
6.
Yeah, because see, it's 11 hours well, yeah, almost 11 hours, I think, if I remember right, for us.
Couple seconds for
But-
me.
I'll tell you.
Pedro has that nice big house with the pool.
We'll park out in his front lawn and pitch tents.
Oh my God! But that we've been trying to figure out some way of doing something like that, meeting up there or doing something.
Property value.
According to Google, it's about a little over 6 hours.
Okay,
We'll use his swimming pool for bathtub.
And I don't know about you, but I need a more comfortable bike to do that trip. Because after about 3 hours, I'll be ready. I'll be ready to commit suicide.
Yeah, he doesn't ride the goat.
Oh, my thought. I forgot. I was going to say something about, of course, I know it'd be a lot of work too. Take four-wheeler forks. Just take the forks and all out from under the gopher and put.
Oh no,
not four-wheeler, but three-wheeler.
It's not strong. If you saw the fork and tri-tree assembly out of this thing, it's huge. It came off of an industrial trike. It came off of something. I'm trying to remember what it was. It came off of something that was like a three-wheeler that was used in foundries and stuff. It's huge. I mean,
haul and pull heavy stuff.
Yeah, it because my big ass in that front end and stuff, and it's yeah,
probably like one of those airplane dolly vehicles.
See, they won't tell us. That's what kills me. They won't tell us what.
I know they had some three-wheelers that used to do that. They were like tractors almost, but they were three-wheelers.
But this was the front end. That's what these front ends are off of that. So if
that one that I saw sitting beside that lawnmower repair shop's gone. I don't know what happened to it.
Cushman, or was it a go-for?
I could just see the top and the back of it. I couldn't see the front of it.
Yeah. Okay, from my house to Myrtle Beach is, that's not that bad. It's like 11 hours. So what's the name of the town where you are there, Matt Man?
Johnson City. I'm about 6 hours from the Myrtle.
Johnson City, Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Johnson City from me to Johnson City. Damn, you got to go back around and through and over and under. It's 6 hours and 29 minutes.
Well,
so
there may be a better route to Myrtle for you than coming through here. I don't know. I don't know which way you'd travel. I'm not sure where you're at.
Okay, I'm going to add a third destination.
I know 2 ATVs travel from Virginia to Myrtle Beach going a different way than coming through here. 95 or something.
If we stop off at Johnson City, it goes from 10 hours to 12 hours.
Okay, the South Bank of Albemarle Sound, and the waters are up 5 feet.
Is the tide come in yet? The tide should be coming in pretty soon, right?
Mm-hmm. They say it's up 5 feet.
Well, I mean, even without the surge, the storm surge, the tide would normally be coming up right about now anyway. Wow, that's going to be a mess. Yeah, so to get to where you are, we have to add like 2 hours instead of just driving straight. Because we could go right from Knoxville to Asheville and cut off 2 hours instead of coming over from Knoxville to Johnson City and then back.
Right. Okay, so you'd be coming down, what is it, 75?
Yeah, it's 75 south until,
Yeah.
let me see what else the connection here is. So it would be 75 south to I-40 to I-81 to 91 to 126, then 91 back, and then we'd have to come back and go over. So we still might do it, but I don't know. I know that's a long ride for Mike and Dante.
Longer for me.
I know. I was going to. That was coming out of my mouth next, Skip.
You
But-
can't get here from there, Skip.
Yeah, the only way that we're coming out that way probably again would be to fly. See, because I'm trying to stop this flying thing because it's
They're destroying your scooters.
Yeah.
well, not only that. Okay, I have an issue, and I know this. Trust me, it's documented. I have an issue with people just being dicks. I mean, you know what I mean? That power thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the TSA agents and a lot of the people that we run across going through all this stuff have that look down on things, especially when they see my sister. They have a problem, you know, and
I heard you talking about me.
I'm extremely protective and I lose my mind. So, anyway.
I heard you talk about me being a dick.
No, I said dickless.
Oh, okay.
Point Gopher.
I'm sorry, I stuttered. But yeah, so I mean, we're trying to figure out how to drive, but the problem is our bodies are so brutalized. But it's no more brutality than trying to get on and off these planes made for people that are only 5'9", 102 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And
actually, my last flights I took, I was thinking about taking a handicapped seat, and I'm like, no, the heck with this. For the price and the way they treated people in handicapped.
It's ungodly, and they still treat you like crap.
Yes.
It's like it's your fault for being sick. It's your fault you were born blind. It's your fault you were born deaf. Excuse me, it's the same thing of having any type of issues with, you know, immune deficiency disorders or weight disorders or anything. It's the same thing. Born without a leg. They don't treat none of those people like that. But if you're overweight or you need a mobility device, they do. And that's the way it is. But that's our mentality that we're getting from people. So,
or if it's your fault for falling asleep behind the wheel and smashing in front of into a truck.
Yeah.
Gopher.
That's very specific, Mike.
Yeah. I don't know who that happened to, Mike.
I have no freaking idea. I just pulled it out of the air.
Yeah.
Gopher.
What'd you say, Matt?
Like if you travel to Myrtle, you said what, 12 hours?
If we go through you, but if we go just straight there, it's only like 10 and a half.
10? Okay. Would you stop anywhere for the night?
Well, that's what we're planning to do is stop. Oh, we're not driving that whole damn way, brother. Okay. I tried that in Tennessee and nearly died down there. That was part of the stress on my back that really caused it. No, we may even stop before we get to Johnson City. But if we go to do this, I'll let you know if that's okay with you, because I'd like to meet you and Troll and stuff.
What I was thinking is if you could make it, you know, it'd be a little over halfway, I guess. Not far from Knoxville. You'd be passing through by it anyway, Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yeah.
If you could make it to there and stay in Pigeon Forge, there is a car museum there you would love.
Right. So that may be something we do, but she only has so many days. That's the reason she wanted to fly. She is now actually the big stink now. You know what I mean? So everybody that works at this place or works, what do they work for? They work for, what do they call it when you freelance for the DOD and stuff?
Subcontract.
Yeah, that. So the company that she works for the DOD, but she doesn't directly, but anyway, it's really well. So she can only be gone for so many days. She can only be out of touch. She basically has to be on call 24/7. That's why they have her carry 2 cell phones and a computer all the time. no matter where we go to the grocery store, we got to carry this crap. You know what I mean? She has.
I'll tell you guys, I haven't met her yet.
Yeah.
Whenever you don't want her going off about anything either. I was there whenever she was getting ready to go off. Like, whoa!
What was she talking about?
About the lack of bathrooms for handicapped people.
Yeah. She's yeah.
Oh, well, I'm like, this is cool. I love this.
Yeah, she pushes a button and shit happens. Me, you push my button, shit happens. You know, it's so yeah. But I mean, and it's just a thing, man. It's everybody has, everybody talks about America and people's rights and all that stuff. And dude, everybody has the right and to access of whatever. It's not that we're trying to get away with something. It's not that we're trying to pull the wool over on somebody to get away with special treatment, all that stuff. It's just what everyone else is due. Basic human rights, period. That's all it is. I
mean, myself, I didn't care about the bathrooms. There was a whole river there.
Yeah.
Walk in, do your business, walk out. You're all clean.
There you go. I don't know. That was Youngstown water. I'm not sure clean would be.
Ohio
remember,
water.
It's Ohio. But no, Matt, man, that would be. That'd be something. I mean, we've got until next year to figure this all out. But yeah, we just have limited time to get there. We only have a day and a half to get there because to spend the time there, and then a day and a half to come back. And she's grouping this with business, so she actually will be doing business there at a big conference for 2 days. So
There, I just put a link to the video when we went. That's 5 years ago.
Cool.
Oh, that's ancient.
I mean, if I know this is something everyone wants to shoot for, I can take the time off for work.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. But here's the thing with. Oh wait a minute! I've seen this before. I must have looked at this before because it's already something that I've watched. Is this which one is this?
This
is Muscle Car Museum in Tennessee. Yeah. Okay, I've already looked at this one.
Oh, okay.
When we were making our trip to Tennessee last year, if we'd had the time, we were going to drive over and see this from the Lane Museum, which is in Nashville. But getting hurt and everything happened, we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, that's a good trip there from Nashville.
Yeah. So,
that's the one I thumbs down due to bad music.
But
I don't remember what was on there.
And the reason I bring it up, it'd be great for us to have a meetup like that or stuff. But here's the whole thing. With her working for who she does, shit can get canceled within 10 minutes.
See, we couldn't have a proper meetup because we need a trailer with bad internet and horrible water to hide in. That's a proper meetup.
Yeah. And you sleeping outside on the ground.
Well, I was on cot.
Oh, were you on the cot?
Yeah.
Oh, cot. Okay. I started to say.
Hey.
Moto Matt, you got a basement?
Yeah. That would be a good deal, Dante, if we could do that. But
Well, like I said, I mean, if this is something we're all shooting for, I mean, I can.
Well, you guys had mentioned it before Mike had mentioned it before that we need to make a meetup.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Dante was kind of mapping that out at one time, and is up closer towards the West Virginia line, somewhere around in there. Would be halfway for. Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we could do that too if we knew, basically the distance between you guys and them, and then we could plan our trip to go a different route. I mean, that's not a bad thing either.
The sad thing is, I'd be so tempted to veer off and go into North Carolina.
Well, see, if I'm going to go through the trouble to go and plan to meet, I want to be more than a day.
Well, I totally understand. That's why we'd have to get someplace to stay overnight, so that we would drive to that place, stay overnight, get up the next day, spend the day with somebody. But we would probably have to leave that night because we wouldn't, like I said, her time schedule. Because we have to allow a day and a half or so to get back. And since we only got 5 days, so a day and a half there, day and a half back, and then whatever. And then she's got to spend 2 days in her meetings. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Skip, can you get a truck, Skip? Go down to the truck stop. Just jump in one.
Just pick a full fuel one.
Oh, I know you can drive it. I mean, I know it's not a problem. How far do you think you could get before the GPS radar thing went off and shut the truck off on you?
You have to disable that.
It depends on if it's an older truck and if
Depends on how old it is.
Yeah, because
like
I know
old classic. I could set, those injection pumps you could set to manual.
Yeah. You could get in an old REO. You could get into like a 3-cylinder REO with all mechanical injectors and everything, and you're lucky. All you got to do is just twist the wires together. You could probably drive it forever.
Get yourself an old Air
No. The year we're looking at is anything in the 80s.
Yeah,
it's pretty basic.
Now those are all aren't those all centrifuge pumps, all mechanical?
Yeah, they're all mechanical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to find one that's hooked to a reefer trailer too. You want to stay cool when you
full of beef. Full of beef. That way you could bring something to the party.
We just get those Pittsburgh Hunters for us.
We'd have to go to Chicago for one of those.
But oh man, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, once truck driver goes in to go get something to eat and idles it, or goes in to talk to the receiver, you got to jump in it. Yeah. That happened to one of our trucks.
Oh, that's happened to a lot of trucks.
That was in New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey?
Okay. Uh-huh. No, New Jersey, yeah.
Joyzy.
Joyzy?
Yeah, the guy went in to talk to the shipper in one place, and the wife went in to go get coffee. When they came back, there was no truck.
Saves them time.
And
that's happened. That's happened to.
He didn't have a spare set of keys, and he didn't lock the door.
No, they left it running and locked it, but they broke the window, got in it, drove it away.
It's a semi. Of course, it was running. That's what I love. The officer go, "You mean you left it running with the keys in it?" It's a semi. It's always running.
You're not supposed to shut them off.
No shit.
They found it, and it was completely stripped.
Yeah. I used to watch that repost show where those guys used to go and find stolen ones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd go and find them, and there wouldn't be nothing but the frame sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
We found one of our stolen trailers in a scrapyard. And the only thing that was sitting there was a frame.
Yes, trailers are here in Ohio. I can probably just go because we've got like 10,
it was in Ohio.
10 truck stops, and those big areas where they just park.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name. It's not roadside rest. They're just truck parking. I'll bet you can go through there, and I can find 100 trailers that are hot that someone's brought in here from someplace else, taken all the goodies out of it, and just left them sit there. And they don't come and get them. The owners don't come and get them because they say it's not worth. I can replace it through the insurance, and they just leave them sit there. It's just unreal.
Wow.
We salvaged ours.
They're trailers. I mean, there's trailers from every state just sitting there, and they've been sitting there so long the tires are all flat or sunk into the asphalt.
Yeah, they're not worth anything anymore.
No, you can't even pull them. All the brakes are destroyed. You'd have to rebuild everything on it.
That's what we ended up doing. We ended up finding one of our tractors in Lake Erie.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Watched it go right into the lake.
We got all kinds of lakes full of cars and motorcycles and stuff here. We dredged out here and stuff, and they found bikes and motorcycles and old Jeeps and whatever, and they go, "What the hell?"
Well, see, this tractor went off the grid, and we figured it was heading towards Mexico because it was a fairly new tractor. I mean, it was less than a year old, and all of a sudden it blipped back on the radar and was heading right into Lake Erie.
Needed a bath.
Yeah. I was happening to watching the little GPS scanning whenever it was happening. Like, wait a minute, what was this? Just went into the lake, and I said, "Oh, that had to be a mistake." I said, "No, that one disappeared last month. It just came back on. It's going into the lake."
There was one of those Border Patrol shows on not too long ago on one of the History or PBS or TLC or whatever channel, and there was a bunch of American trucks coming back into the United States from Mexico. That was only like the two front tires and one tire on the tractor, one tire on each side of the tractor had air in them. The rest of them were full of like marijuana and cocaine.
Oh, jeez.
Where they've taken it, split the rims down and filled them, just packed them full. Yeah. And they had just enough air in two tires up front, two tires in back, just to keep it so they could drive it back.
I could see that with the super singles.
Yeah.
Or I mean, that'd be a lot of room for some good marijuana. Yeah. I'd be smoking for the rest of my life. I want
good marijuana, bad marijuana. There's a lot of marijuana. But yeah, they were doing that. My favorite.
Yeah, but the super singles, I mean, that's something that's just starting to come back.
Yeah, we didn't like them because you have to call a wrecker.
Yeah.
Or you have to have somebody come out with a tire truck to put a new tire on. When you had duals, you could always limp it somewhere. Can't limp it somewhere with super singles.
Yeah, with a dual, long you didn't overheat that extra, the second tire, you're fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tire go flat? I got 17 more.
Well, they would just send me out with a freaking regular tire and a jack to change those suckers along the road. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have fun for a day.
Yeah,
Did you have a compressor on your truck?
That jacket jacks up a semi.
I used to carry a jack that did, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did too. I used to throw the air jacks into the service bed and roll out there and use the air gun and the compressor to change tires if I had to.
Use the air system off the truck.
Mm-hmm. I didn't use the air system on the truck. I had a compressor on the service truck.
See, I just used my car.
Mm-hmm.
I used to carry the second tires on my roof.
They never paid you for that.
Ooh, I got paid for it. I got paid for it.
Take a look at this link I just put up. This is somebody being smuggled into the United States.
I had them put tires on that car many times that was worth more than the car. That looks like fun.
They have him sewn into the seat.
Looks like he's on a turlet.
Smuggling him into the United States.
That ain't gonna work. You can see his face.
Well, they pulled the cover off his face and one off his arm to take his picture.
Yeah, you see the head's folded back.
Yeah, they flipped it back.
They'll never notice that. There's just the belly sticking up there.
Oh my gosh.
They are desperate. I'm still thinking about escaping to Mexico just so I can break back in.
So you can get health care?
Better health care.
That's what you said last time, yeah?
Yeah, go to California. Watch out for the poop on the sidewalk, though.
Oh, yeah.
I get free. If I do it just right, I can get free housing. And if I do it wrong, I get some nice, shiny new jewelry.
You still get 3 hots in the cot. You still win.
I want a lover named Bubba, though.
You'll get one.
Still have 3 hots in the cot.
Look at this other one that they're smuggling in. Look how they're smuggling them in here.
That'd be warm.
There's 2 or 3 people in there.
I see 2.
I think there's one behind this guy. I think there's 3 people in there.
Now they have an X-ray machine.
Oh yeah,
at the port of entry there in Trinidad. Okay, but it's for anything going southbound. The northbound doesn't go through it. So all the drugs come up to north into the U.S.
Yeah, we don't want
no southbound is the only side they check.
You don't want no drugs going into Mexico.
No. I'm saying they set it so the X-rays would not pick it up. It should be on the northbound side.
Yeah. Where T's working now is because a lot of the stuff that's going, they're taking the stuff up through or up the coastline around California into Canada, over to Niagara Falls, and then coming back through that way because there's more traffic going through and out of Niagara Falls than any place else. There and the Straits, what is that? The Mackinac Straits? Across the bridge there?
Yeah.
Those are the 2 places that she has to... so she's trying to... Well, anyway. Look at these guys. These guys are hanging low.
I've been over those.
All you got to do is put them in barrels and hope they go over the falls and go into the United States side. Those brothers are tight.
They is tight.
They're tight there.
Never mind those exhaust gases.
Yeah, that just helps with their ABCs.
Yeah.
ABCs.
Hey, look. Oh, I found a picture of Overland's brother here in the United States.
Oh, God.
Oh, cool.
He's driving a truck. Hang on, I'll show you here.
I can only imagine.
I miss Overland. Gotta be his brother. He doesn't have any milk on him, but
he might be hauling milk.
He might be.
I used to love the spilt milk loads. I was the guy in the shop that went in and straightened them out and took all the dented and messed up cans off the loads. And for the longest time, they didn't care where it went. Well, they mysteriously, a green car would back up to this big pile and make it disappear. And I ain't saying what color car I drove, but it could have been mine. And I was only 18.
Okay, I don't know if this one was 18.
I was 18 years old.
I'm not
sure. I wasn't buying it, so it was legal.
I'm not sure if this link will work, but this is how you get stuff across the border, buddy. If it'll work, I don't know. Oh, it worked. Hey,
it worked.
That's how they're getting stuff across the border right there. That wall ain't shit.
That's how Ohio's getting into Pennsylvania.
That wall ain't shit. Holy crap.
That's how Ohio people get right into sharing.
They ain't dig it going underground. They're coming over the wall. Now, how long did it take for them to rig that up? And Border Patrol didn't see something or something on the sensors? Because let me tell you, in prison, if you get within 3 feet of the fence, the sensors go off. So you would think that those, they got more pictures of that. That ain't fake. They were really doing that.
They were probably thinking they were repairing the wall.
I thought it was photoshopped at first, but it's not. It's for real.
It's a Jeep. They can do lots of stuff.
Here's another picture of that from a different angle.
Ask Matt about Jeeps. They can do lots of stuff.
There's one from a different angle.
I need to get my Jeep out.
You
I
have
thought
an
you were
awesome
gonna.
Jeep, dude.
I thought you were gonna sell the Jeeps and motorcycles and stuff, and get another old truck.
KLR.
No, the motorcycle's not going anywhere.
Well, no, not the Versa. I thought you had something else.
I've got a Suzuki XL7 sitting out here.
Is it running?
It is. My son that relocated, he left it here and he said sell it.
Well, there you go.
Is that the one that had the highest son?
No, my older son.
Oh.
Now the highest son's still sitting out there.
Are you leaving it in the rain?
No.
I thought you might be punishing it.
Needs to be.
How do you shut off a high sun? Put it in the rain.
Need to take it to Myrtle Beach and leave it.
Leave the keys in it and say full gas. Right.
Just put a lot of insurance on it and park it someplace.
Mm-hmm. It'd be like my luck with my freaking Volkswagen Rabbit. Full gas. I even left it running. Nobody would take it.
I liked Rabbits.
Mine was the gasoline version. It wasn't very common around here. They still wouldn't take it.
Was it the fuel injected one?
Yeah.
Oh, those can be made really fast, dude. We used to have some fun with those.
I had a little valve in the fuel injection that went bad on it. And they said 6 months to get it in. I'm like, no, I'll be selling the car in a half an hour. I took and got rid of it within a half an hour. I just backed the valve out all the way, put some thread tape on the threads, put it in just enough to get it running, and off to the dealership it went. And they looked at it and said, we know what you did.
We know what you did. Honest, she told me she was 18.
They didn't know what I did.
Well, they liked all the naked lady silhouettes that was all over it, the chrome ones from the truck stop.
Oh, did you?
I had a diesel truck.
Yeah.
That when it was hot, it didn't smoke at all. When it was cold, it was like a coal train. So I took it in, traded in while it's hot. Oh, yeah, this is nice. We'll get money. They gave me quite a bit for it. It was a Dodge diesel. And then when they went to start it, I saw them trying to show it to somebody and watched it start when I drove by. And the clouds were just rolling off of it.
I took a Toyota for a trade-in that had bad valve stem stills. Well, that's the part I didn't replace. And every time you hit a hill, it would just roll coal out the freaking muffler.
Oh, you mean go up a hill or down a hill?
Actually going up a hill because the valve set the back end of the head.
Yeah.
And I just happened to trade it in where there was no hills. And I got a decent amount. I mean, I got this car for free. And I had less than $1,000 putting it back together. And they gave me $6,000 as a trade-in for this thing. And I looked at them after the paperwork was signed, and I was heading out. I said, "You know what was wrong? What's wrong with that car that I traded?" And they said, "We have a good idea what's wrong with it. We're tearing the heads off tomorrow morning. Head off it tomorrow morning." Like, how did you guess? There's no hills around here. But that car was free. I got $6,000 out of it. But boy, it was like a Batmobile hitting up a hill, rolling out the smoke. I mean, I made it from Germantown, Maryland to Sharon on 4 cases of oil.
Wow.
It didn't have any power climbing up the hills, but it made it. Hit every truck stop possible on the way up for oil.
I bought an old Peugeot out of a yard. Peugeot, is that how you say it? French car?
Renault.
Yeah, it wasn't a Renault.
I didn't know Peugeots were sold in this country.
Yeah, I found this has been many years ago, but the guy had it sitting in his yard for about 6 years, and brought it home, put new glow plugs in it, changed the filter, cranked her up, and drove it. And you talk about smoking, that would smoke.
Kept the mosquitoes down.
Yeah,
It was just acting like a Frenchman.
I traded it for a black powder gun and 2 shotguns and a rifle.
I thought you were going to say traded for a KLR.
I don't remember what it was. It was a Peugeot, but I don't remember which one. It was a 4-door. It wasn't a bad looking car.
You know what we need more of on YouTube? Moto Batman singing.
There you go.
I can fix that right up.
I mean, you sound just like Kenny Rogers.
Oh my!
Isn't he dead?
No, he's still living.
Oh,
Yes, he's dead.
yeah.
He's living. He just went home. Leave him alone.
Him and Elvis.
Yes.
You see that truck I just put up, Skip?
No, I can't see the side chat. I'm on mobile stuff.
Skip, I had a whole.
I don't
thing
get to see any of your stuff like that.
Oh, why? Because you're on your phone or what?
I'm on my phone. I'm on my tablet.
Skip, you got that brand new laptop.
It's not here
Not
yet.
yet.
Oh.
You wait. He'll be coming on with that thing and blowing us all away.
Anyway,
I protect my stuff. I don't get online with my laptops because I don't want to let the viruses and destroy them. So they normally don't go online. Only time I go online is when I upload.
Let's see. Screen share it. Screen share.
Crap, I don't know how to do none of that.
Wait a minute. I'll get it.
And then I shut down the internet connection so it's not always connected.
I was
Can you see
warned
that,
about.
Skip?
Okay, now I see it.
That's the new Tesla electric. And you see the driver is sitting in the center there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Believe it or not, that's supposed to be soon to be replaced by just an empty seat.
No, that's why I started saying
know
it looks
that.
like one of those self-driving.
Yeah.
But we look at the cars that ran over that person down there in Arizona.
I'm telling you what, it's just more chaos waiting to happen.
If I wanted to be a terrorist, I'd shoot it with something electronic and scramble it. And then I could kill a lot of people.
There you go. All you got to do is drive under it and then sue him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a whole row of that. Then they're almost all the other major manufacturers overseas are on board with it. They've got all their versions of it.
They do not want to pay for the truck driver.
No, yeah.
And I keep telling these stupid people there has to be job for people to buy your bright shiny crap.
Yeah,
if we don't have jobs, we can't give you money. You know,
looking at it as a business side. Now, for example, the construction industry. In the last week and a half, had to fire 2 people.
Both Mexicans.
Worthless. You can't find people that have driver's license that's not on dope. I mean, I can see a business seeing too, you know.
Yeah, I understand from the business.
But I agree with Skip.
But my thing is the safety factor.
Oh,
yeah. I know that anything mechanical can fail, no matter how many redundant systems.
Not only anything mechanical, we're talking something that is going to be electronic.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's electronic that's running something mechanical, you're double dipping there, buddy, on the chaos factor.
Well, you told me that
electronics fail, software fails, software hacked. it's just not safe.
Well, you told me the capacitors only last 6 months.
Yeah,
One
pretty
word.
much.
One
Yeah,
word.
I hope
So,
none of the
a few
self-driving things.
capacitors fail and the thing glitches up. Well, it's supposed to shut down. Well, we don't know why it didn't shut down. It kept
Right.
going.
Right. If the electronics tells it to mechanically stop, then you've got to go through 2 entire sets. You know, it's just on and on and on and on, and I just can't fathom it. But I won't be here.
One word.
Actually, no. I'm kind of waiting for him to go ahead and make the whole fleet, because then what's going to happen is I'm just going to start having Amazon trucks pull outside, and I'm just going to start an eBay account.
One word.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, they had the anti-collision stuff on my truck.
Right.
Okay. You know what that is?
An airbag.
No. The
What is-
anti-collision stuff is
I know.
a sensor pad on the side of my truck and on the front of my truck. And it would turn on my brakes and then turn on my Jake brakes
Yeah.
of my truck.
I seen them where they would actually cut the engine out.
And the problem I ran into, here I am running icy roads. This car passes me and it throws on my Jakes and
Oh, absolutely.
cuts my fuel.
And yeah, I mean, it takes all of control out of. There are times that you want to drive through an accident instead of stop.
Yeah.
You need to be in control and drive through an accident, because stopping will cause more than driving through it.
Well, I know. I'd been up 24 hours. I'd been up way too long. I did all the driving. This was up on the East Coast. I couldn't drive any further. I was exhausted. So I told my mom, I says, there's something happening at the 7 Mile stick. Be careful. Take it easy. And I went to the bunk. All of a sudden I hear, I can't stop. And I says, get your foot off the brake. Get your foot off the brake. She locked the brakes. It was black ice.
Right.
She gets it stopped just 3 feet from the trucks that collided with each other. 2 of the same company.
Right.
This is on I-80. And I said, get out of the seat. I got her out of the seat. Got her in the bunk. She's rattled because she almost hit him. And I got going. I had a terrible time to get going. I got us away from it just enough. 2 trucks ran into the other 2 trucks.
Absolutely.
We would have been in it.
Absolutely.
I seen that Moto Amino ad for the.
Oh my God.
What is that? The gyroscopic self-driving motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why?
They're showing it on a GS model.
I mean, I can see the benefits to all this, but you cannot take the human being out of the equation without just, instead of letting or figuring out how to do machines to take over, why don't you make sure the assholes can drive to begin with? They're not doing that. They're just putting you show up, you sign your name, you check a couple boxes, you spend 15 minutes in a vehicle. Here you go. Here's your ticket to go kill 1 billion people. You can't drive. Then they stick a phone in their ear. They're playing with themselves. They're feeding their face. Everything but driving. Everything but being in control, and you know what control is. That's a fallacy. We're never really in control. But, everything but driving. They're doing everything else but driving.
That was a good spin-off.
I watched a movie today where they're showing the person on the internet and the car driving itself.
Yes.
Because that's what they're planning.
Yes. That's why they've got those big screen TVs and stuff in those cars right on the dash. They've got them 12-inch screens right on the dash, because you push a button. You know the thing where the futuristic movies where the people get in and the steering wheel zips and goes away and there's no steering wheel there anymore. That's what they're trying to do, because we made a movie, we can live our lives like that.
Well, no. Do you know why they're doing it, Gopher? I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
They've decided they can't keep expanding the highways and the roads.
Yeah.
So what they're going to do is we're going to be controlled by a central computer system, and they will control how the cars go and everything, their speeds and everything.
And that's good. Okay, that's fine.
And that's
if
their
they were
plan.
Gonna do that, if they're going to do that, what they need to do is take away cars and make these little modules that you step into, and it slides over in a rack, connects to 100 other little modules, and it all goes like a train. Instead of having all these individual little things floating and going at different speeds and different, have it all connect and go there. And when you get close to your destination, it pops out, sidetracks, gets onto another conveyor and goes to your destination. You know, and you don't have to drive. You're sitting down, you're eating, you're jacking off. I don't care. But you're not attempting. But you're not attempting to have the fallacy of controlling a vehicle. That there's a billion other ones that, you know what I mean? They'd have them all the same shape, all the same size. They'd just be a module like a giant snake, just a big over-the-road conveyor. I mean, that, if you're going to do that and take away all the cars, I don't want that to happen. But to me, that would be safer because they're all linked together. You don't have 50 cars within a square mile that's going to bounce off each other. 50 cars are all attached. They can't wreck into each other. They're the same thing. But what do I know? You know,
I like bumper cars.
Jump in a cardboard box and have a drone deliver you to work.
You give them too much credit, Cooper.
Huh?
You give them too much credit.
Oh, and yeah, and that would be the right thing to do. All these futuristic back in the 50s, okay, the things that I saw with like the monorails and all that mass transportation and stuff, that is the way to go. If you don't want to drive, that's what you should be on, not in something that can bounce off 500 other people around you.
Yeah, the problem with that is once they go to that, then no one's going to be driving anymore.
I understand. But they don't have to have that type of unit above ground, because if they do connect it all together like that, and it's one long module, it can go underground so easy at 300 miles an hour.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, but the country doesn't have that kind of money to build that kind of infrastructure for that.
Well, if we're going to think futuristic, why not go with simple transporters? You step into a thing or push your package into it, it goes. It's already there.
You mean the disintegrators? Controlled disintegration.
Because once you're willing to go that far,
I
just going to keep pushing, and it's going to become.
But if they're going to make, if every car and every motorcycle is going to be self-driving, which that's what they're trying to do.
No, they're not going to allow the motorcycles on the road.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the plans we saw 10 years ago. They weren't going to allow the motorcycles on the highways.
Oh, I see. Oh, hell no! I'll be spending lots of nights in jail.
But that's what.
Yeah.
I think
you're right. I think you're right. Ah, well. What the hell?
No more gophers on the road.
It was a good run.
I'll piss on that. It will be a good run.
At least I got some of the 60s, some of the 70s, and then the 80s I was gone, and the 90s I was gone. Oh, wait a minute, I ain't got shit. I don't want to give up driving yet.
I was 70s and 80s.
You know what irritated me this last week?
I was locked up way too long to enjoy too much.
Irritated me that Mac didn't get his run.
Oh yeah. Oh, at the Red Bull run.
Yeah, I don't care how bad it's storming. They should have let him do his run.
Yeah,
I wanted to see him wreck that sucker.
Then he got in trouble running the track, and then he was laid up for the next 4 days because of that titanium bar. And he has no bone from his hip to his knee. There's no bone there. That's all a titanium rod. And that running jarred the heck out of him. Having the lupus, which is an immune deficiency thing, any irritation that you have, your body totally starts eating away and gets infected and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, they should have let him run. All the work he put in and the money, what was it? $4,000 he spent for the hotel?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And they didn't have the fucking bagels.
And he was upset about that. No complimentary, but I paid $4,000 a night. No complimentary breakfast.
No, it was $400 a night.
I thought he said it was. I thought he said it was 4,000 for the trip down. That's what I thought.
It probably was for the trip because he was there for 3 nights. So
yeah, because he paid for all the guys and everything.
It was 2 rooms. It was so 400 times 2 rooms times 3 nights, and then you get the fuel and you got the expense of being there. So yeah, probably $4,000.
I mean, then he just left. Then he just left the cart there and just grabbed the steering wheel.
Yeah, the steering wheel was worth more than.
Well, originally they wasn't going to. They planned to not bring it back originally.
Yeah, but he was no way in that park. Somebody's got it on eBay.
Yep,
I'll bet you.
Slightly used, slightly. Never ran.
Yeah, it was upsetting. He was really upset, but now he's going to the big motor vloggers in Canada.
Yeah,
T will be up there about the same time. I contacted him to try and see where he was going to be, and she'd meet him, but he'll be busy.
Ali was not too far from me, really. I mean, well, she's never really too far from me, but she had those midget horses there.
Yeah,
I mean, those poor horses. I don't know why they just don't let them go.
Well, they keep a lot of them in the house. Oh, she doesn't. I know people that keep them as pets in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they make very good seeing eye dogs. Well,
if you're blind, you don't even know they're not even a dog. They're just so small.
All right, Mike. All right.
But they are loud. Horses are a service animal.
Yes, they
so are dogs.
Yeah, they're intelligent, and the thing that's more intelligent than they are is pigs. The brain capacity is larger than a dog. The olfactory sense, where they can smell, smells and stuff like fire. And
yeah, they smell truffles out.
Yeah, their olfactory sense. But the problem is, they don't want to allow pigs because it's a visual thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's that same thing that we get a perception that we look at something, we already know what it is or what it's like. No. That's our society. That's whatever.
I want a midget elephant.
You got one in your pants.
No.
A midget elephant?
Yes, I want a midget elephant.
He's got a runny nose. He's got a cold.
I want a midget elephant, and I want to be able to take it on the airplane with me.
Oh my gosh, Mike! You and the peacock.
They're supposed to allow horses, and the whole thing was, if it's a service animal, it has to be potty trained.
They've got I think they did pass a weight restriction type thing now.
Okay, so they did make a weight restriction.
They were trying to pass that, saying it just can't be anything. It has, and not only weight, but a size or proportion thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to get around to where so that nobody would ever try and do a bird again. The peacock thing.
Somebody did a peacock?
Yeah, somebody tried to get on a plane with a peacock, claiming it was her emotional support animal.
No, that's not a job. Did you know that's what the rules are? Emotional support is not a job.
Emotional support falls under a different category. A service animal has to be trained. Emotional support animal doesn't have to be trained. But you still are supposed to have paperwork for both. But a lot of places will not recognize emotional support animals. Then again, you're getting into that gray area. Well, a disability is physical or mental/emotional. So you can't discriminate. I mean, there's a whole lot of, my sister and I, we have these conversations, the discussions a lot because of her job and what she does, because she does a lot of things that fall into who can we allow, who can't we allow, and when does it become discrimination?
But I don't like all the dogs and cats that are in their own little car seat like carrier that's a little teacup terrier in the stores.
Yeah. Well, see, my sister has her little dog, and it is not a service animal. It is emotional. It is an emotional support animal, but she doesn't have the paperwork for it. But I know she can get it. They've already offered her to get it for her. But the law states you're not allowed to ask for the paperwork.
Well, no, you can ask 2 questions. You know what the questions are?
What's that?
what service does the animal provide?
Right.
Okay. And is this a service animal?
Yes.
Those are the two questions.
Right. But they
And
can't
then
ask
the
for
next
paperwork.
paragraph down, it says, emotional support is not a service.
Right.
That's the third paragraph.
Yeah, right. But they're always doing supplements and guideline, all this crap to this stuff all the time. If the animal, emotional support, if the animal stops you, keeps you calm from having seizures or spells or fits, then it does fall under a physical.
Yeah, but the people I'm seeing doing this, they go get their card off eBay, and this is not a support animal.
I know. I understand. I'm not trying to justify them. I'm just saying how hard it really is in this area, in the gray area there, to do the right thing.
I would like to see
for the business.
I really would love to see that they have to be certified.
Well, yes, I believe all of them must
if the
have
vet
a permit.
certifies them.
Right. You can't, in a lot of places, you can't panhandle without a permit. So why not be able to have a permit for this? There has to be either some type of training or testing, and then it has to be signed off. It has to be signed off by physicians.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
and a vet for the animal to see if the animal is really what they say it
right.
is.
There are dogs that are service animals that keep the people from being nervous and getting stressed out. But the dog itself has to have a calming effect. The dog itself has to be very calm and cannot be riled. Right. They test them and train them. You can run up and scream and yell and stomp your feet and bounce all around, and the dog can't even flinch. It just has to not move.
Right. But the dogs I see, they're just regular pets they brought in.
Oh, absolutely. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's my complaint.
The service, the true service animals for people that need them to keep them calm, the dogs are trained and tested. They're trained and tested, and they can't fail. They cannot flinch. When you run up on one of these dogs, they tell you you're not to pet them because they're trained not to be touched, not to be moved, not to react to anything going on. Now, there are other ones that are trained for protection that are also service animals, but that's a different dog. That's a different
Now,
thing.
see, the case I had, this guy had his service animal, supposedly. Now, his dog was well trained. He trained him. But this dog spent all the time out in the yard.
Team Ramrod.
Okay?
Yeah.
Was never in the house.
I want to know who drew this. Cat, come on.
I think Matt did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, usually the service animals are by the person's side almost all the time.
Yeah. So what happened was, and the dog was dirty, filthy, everything. And I used to have to put covers in the back seat for his dog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not how they're.
That's not what he was. I knew it wasn't a service animal.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Getting back to this panhandling. Hey, that wasn't me panhandling. That was my midget elephant.
Well, in Tennessee, to panhandle, you have to have a permit. So you have to have that little license on a around your neck, and you have your zones and all that stuff. Now, that's what I saw when I was down there, and.
That must just be part of Tennessee.
Well, that was in Nashville.
Yeah. Yes, probably some of the bigger cities.
Right. The people's reaction to those individuals was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Because they would wander right into traffic and block traffic and all this stuff and whatever. Well, when my sister fell off her scooter in the middle of traffic, several people stopped and was trying to help her and get her up and do all this stuff and everything and whatever. But there was a large group of them that were being really just beeping and screaming and my sister's thing about that was she said, well, they are so used to seeing all of these people that may or may not be truly handicapped She wasn't passing judgment. She was making a statement that they may or may not be. These individuals may or may not be truly handicapped, and these other individuals, the drivers, were so used to seeing something like that that when they come across a true individual that's handicapped, they still treat them with disdain and hate, basically.
Heartless.
Oh, I didn't. I never did that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, but yeah, I mean, I would see in Las Vegas when they were there doing their panhandling, they would be sitting in wheelchairs or doing this or doing that. They would have either a missing leg or a missing hand. Well, at the end of their shift, they just reach into their backpack, put their leg on, and walk off pushing their wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I understand that. That's cool. I understand. They have met all the requirements. They have their license. They're doing whatever and stuff like that. That's fine. But it's who are you going to? You either have to kind of give to everybody or give to nobody to make sure that you're doing the right thing. It's,
I follow my gut.
Right. I'm trying to appease
have
what
to.
I want to try and give to everyone, but I can't, because every 3 feet there's somebody in need.
Yeah, I follow my gut. If I feel something needs to happen, then I'll do something. But there are times I just get the EBGBs now, and I just walk away.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's hard. That's why if you are going to mandate where people need these licenses and whatever, make sure first of all that they truly need them. Or some type of, because the money that flows in Las Vegas, you can't tell me they don't have some type of support and help for all of the people and individuals that truly need it. That's just maddening if they don't.
Yeah.
Maddening.
Actually,
There's a gal who flew
again, it's Vegas.
from
It's a heavy Democrat state to begin with.
Yeah.
Flew in from Portland, Oregon.
Legal, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
Only time they care about you is election time, and as long as you vote for them, you're good.
Oh, yeah, I saw them during election time. I've seen plenty of them pushing wheelchairs and going to old folks' homes and retirement villages, and people hooked up to machines, drooling, not making a coherent thought in their mind, and their aides helping them vote.
Yeah, they're getting that absentee ballot in their hands.
Yep, this is where you put your check mark.
We were talking about panhandlers, my wife and I, last night. I told her, I said, I'm going to get me a big piece of cardboard, and I'm going to go stand beside one of them. And my cardboard is going to say, I work 50, 55 hours a week, and I can't afford my health insurance. Please help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need
Well, they got rid of the mandate there. Motomat, they did get rid of the person mandate.
You need to run to Mexico, declare that you live down there, that you're one of them, and sneak back across the border.
All right. Here's the one, and this may make me a really bad person. I never claimed to be a good one, but anyway, the one that really upsets me is a young girl, youngish girl in her 20s, standing alongside the road, clearly, 6, 7, 8, 9 months pregnant, holding a sign, I have 5 kids and 1 on the way. Please help me. Stop having sex. You ignorant.
Know it happens, Gopher. It's the school system's fault.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I will help you and I will support you and I will whatever. But if you are an idiot and you're birthing people that don't have a choice, it's not the kids' fault. They don't have a choice in this. You do have a choice. Stop screwing.
Hey, all that is that's a poster child for the Democrats' party for abortion.
And I'm not picking on anybody. That's one of the things in the back of my brain when I see that, that you're just pumping them out. What are you doing? Swallow or something.
Well, no, she's going about it all the wrong way because she can get a welfare check for life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she gets more money the more kids she's got.
Hey, you ever see that again, Gopher? Just go hand her some raincoats and say, there, problem fixed.
Yeah, well, she just blow them up for the kids' balloons, but and I shouldn't say she, and I shouldn't pick on the female side of it because the male side of it is just as bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the guys leaving the gals.
Where they've got one guy that has 12 girls and 2 or 3 children with each one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Gopher, all I gotta say is she dropped her pants.
Oh yeah. Well, we as a country over the last 25 years has raised nothing but idiots. I'm telling you. They've let electronic devices, the internet, and everything else raise these individuals. And it's just there's no community. It's just killing me. My sister and I
they zone off in their own world.
Oh, we sit down and we will go to these car shows and everything and meet the older crew. And I'm just saying, it's just the older crew and stuff. And they're there and they're to support each other and they're helping and they're making money for their charities and they're doing whatever they need to do and stuff like that. And then coming out of it, you see all of this other stuff, and most of them are under 30. And it just, we both of us just get cold shivers and just start shaking our heads of what's going on. It's just unreal. The division between older American values, which I believe in, but maybe somebody will say, oh, they're all a fallacy. They're not real. Well, maybe not. But in the communities that I've been in, they're real. We take care of each other. We're always taking care of each other. But in the newer ones and stuff like that, they're always waiting for somebody else to help them or somebody else to, provide for their mistakes. Damn.
Me.
Yeah, their biggest thing is, well, I'm 21. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Yes, you can. And in being adult means paying for your mistakes and doing the right thing by others. Well, I ain't doing nothing for them. What'd they do for me? They're keeping your ass alive. They're the ones making all the money, or the people that were here first or before you or whatever. But then again, what the hell do I know?
Did you hear about this? The Massachusetts gas explosions?
Yes.
20 homes on fire.
Yeah. It's just, what the hell? Our aging infrastructure and our aging, our electrical grid, our gas grids, our plumbings, our pipes, none of that is being fixed. When it was originally put in, it was like 100 years or something like that. Wasn't it, man? I mean, they had standards of things that were supposed to last like 100 years.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And now it's every few years, they're patching things instead of repairing or fixing. And if they do fix it or put new in, the stuff only lasts 5 or 10 years.
I know my plumbing don't work like you should.
Someone said it's over 70 now. Over 70.
Yeah, 70. Could that be the fracking? Could the fracking have caused this?
If it was a gasification plant, maybe, but
yeah, I mean, it depends on how it would, but I know it's ruined the groundwater, and
if you're cracking the soil or cracking, who's to say it's not leaking up through there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There are so many other ways to recover energy, but it costs a little bit. They're doing these cheaper routes, and then they're pumping after they frack it, they're pumping in poison water or redoing. Anyway, they're putting in water back into the shale and everything that they're breaking up to hold it apart, and the water's poisonous.
Yeah.
Poisoning our good water, and they're using crap poison already known to be poison water to fill all the voids with to get all the oil, gas, and everything else out.
Well, actually, what the frack water is that you're talking about, it's basically just oil, a mixture of oils and.
But it's made to hold the cracks apart, is what it is.
Yeah,
yeah. And they're wondering about all these sinkholes that are popping up and all this other crazy crap. Yeah. You dumbasses.
Because they're changing the water table. Sure, you'd have sinkholes.
Absolutely.
Well, sinkholes, I mean, that could be from mining too.
Well, and you got to remember, a large portion of the United States used to be the bottom of a super ocean, and it's nothing but limestone. And you put one crack in it, and any water that passes through it, it's eroding. It's not like, concrete it's will hold moisture, but it's not porous. You put a crack in limestone, it's going to dissolve.
Yeah.
So,
concrete will dissolve.
What? Yes, but it's porous, but it's not. Once it's set up into the sediment value, like because of the chemicals that we add and everything, it's a little different than just dead animal and dead animal and dead animal for a couple billion years.
You was talking about using that energy and stuff from the earth in better ways. Something they did do here, the landfill, they piped the gases from the landfill. Yeah, the methane gas. They piped it to the VA administration here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the methane.
The only problem is it's not clean enough for them to use.
Right.
It
has to be purged and cleaned first, but yeah.
Now they've been working on that for years, getting it to where they can actually use it.
There are billions upon billions of cubic feet of natural decay, gas that's happening by natural decay in almost every, well, in some of like Arizona and stuff, it doesn't, but almost every Midwest and Southern state, because of all the vegetation and everything that's, deep, that if they would just put in a little bit to recover that, we'd be set. But they let it either go into the atmosphere or burn it off.
Yeah.
Because they got nowhere to store it, or.
Well, recovering it does cost a little bit. And it's cheaper to just let it burn off and pay someone else to do something else. And that's just stupid. We would have to cover the entire United States with solar panels and to do anything with solar electricity by itself.
Yep.
You just can't do it. I mean, look at Hawaii. Hawaii has 1/3 of its area covered by solar panels now, if it's not volcano.
Well,
my question is, why aren't you using thermal power?
Well,
you already have the heat that's free.
Well, see, that's just it. Everyone's looking at solar. Everyone's trying to look at solar power as a commodity.
It's not.
No, you need to look at it on an individual basis.
Right.
You can't set up a freaking utility. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to set up a utility company with solar panels.
You have to supplement each individual household, and you can get the mass utilities down to a very small thing, but you can't replace it. It's not a fit. You have to cover the world with a solar panel to get that efficient.
But like I said, they're looking at it. The people that are trying to do this, they're looking at it as they're trying to make a utility company out of it. And you can't do it,
right?
Because Christ, most houses you got to have at least 2 or 3 good sized solar panels to run the house.
Yep.
And then the way you're supposed to, then there's 2 ways to set it up. One, you can either set up to where it'll store the power, or it'll feed back to the grid.
Right.
Now, that you can have one or the other. You can't do both.
Not at the same time.
No.
Once your batteries are full and charged, and you're not utilizing any, you can let that all go back to the utilities.
That's what. But right now the systems they're installing don't do that.
Well,
and that's what needs to happen. If you want a real push, it's got to be an individual basis. It's got to be each house has to have its own panel, and you feed back to the grid what you don't use.
I had a salesman call me. It's been 6-8 months ago. He had seen our warehouse on Google Earth, and he was selling solar panels.
Yeah, he wanted to put them on the roof.
Yeah.
20 inches by Moorhead in Fayetteville.
Wow.
Damn.
10 to 15 in Goldsboro.
But see that's the problem. You know, these states that are they're trying to turn into a utility, and solar panel or solar power isn't robust enough for them to try to make a goddamn utility out of it.
Yeah, it's not a constant thing too. With the rotation of the Earth, you have a night and day. It's not constant. Listen, if they would do thermal, where there is within I can't remember how deep they have to go, but if they can do thermal into steam, steam into electricity, all right, that's a constant that never stops. The same way with the ocean. You can run rods into the ocean that has little teeny 1-inch impellers on it. And as the ocean ebbs and flows back and forth, that moves those impellers, which generates electricity. That's a constant. It never stops. If they would invest in laying things like that on the bottom of the ocean or the thermal, they wouldn't have to worry about some of this other crap.
Somebody's doing that. They were on Shark Tank, trying to get them to invest in it.
It's a proven. That's what I'm saying. We have the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico is a non-stop 3.5 mile an hour constant force. Period. Never stops. On and on and on and on, and it's constant every day. If they would run these tubes at the bottom, and it doesn't, all you got to do is clean and maintain them. I mean, yes, it costs, and they produce enough electricity to pay for themselves and run homes and run businesses and everything, but they won't put anything into that. It's amazing.
Well, it'd probably harm a fish or something if they run into it.
No, because it affects the.
But if the wind turbines, they kill birds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wind turbines are not. They're so costly to put up to begin with. They're not efficient either. I'm talking about
the farmers gave them the land to put up the wind turbines. They get no benefit from it.
Oh no, they didn't give it to them.
And they sell the electricity to another state. They won't sell it here because it's better they sell it somewhere else so they can make more money.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know.
It's all money. It's all money, Gopher.
We have a nuts. I know. Trust me. I really know. We have, but it's still that it's just, it eats away at my brain, the ignorance, and all these kids that are coming out of school and everything and taught all this stuff. They have no idea about this.
No, they're not being educated.
There's no history. There's no nothing. There is algae. There's a chemical release in algae, in simple algae from the ocean that will make burnable fuel, will make combustible gas, and it generates electricity because of its life. You know, we have electricity in our body. We're basically a big battery, you know, but this algae has now you have to have billions and billions of yards of this, but after it's utilized and gone through its lifespan, it can be put on fields. It can be consumed by human beings and animals and produces more energy. It's the things that we could do that we don't do is just amazing. And people under 30 are totally ignorant of it because no one's ever taught them. They don't even know it exists or the possibilities. All they want to do is do their Google.
Right.
I think my batteries are low.
Yeah, my battery. Matter of fact, I've got to plug this thing in or it's going to go off.
Skip, I know you're kind of keeping up with the weather thing there. Has the eye hit?
No, not
land
yet. No, yet. It has not hit yet.
It's kind of stalled out there, isn't it? Just staying off.
Yeah, it's stalled. The stuff they were showing was 3:40 tomorrow afternoon, noon, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's what's killing. It's slowing down and just easing onto the coast and just
dumping rain.
It's eroding our sand.
You know, I wish everybody just move out of Florida and let it go under.
That's the Carolinas.
Yeah, it looks like it's raining and it's not so windy right there where the news guy is. But tomorrow is the rain amounts.
You know, and if they knew anything, like I said, about the history, they'd understand that we're in the next upcycle for all these superstorms and stuff. It's time. It happens every couple billion years. We've got records of it, but no one paid attention.
Oh, it's in the carbon dating.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We have physical records in the carbon and all the layers and the sediments and everything. We have all that knowledge that no one's paying attention to.
They just want to blame it on global warming, and it's not really that.
Well, it's not totally that. No. You know, we are due for it, but we have helped it come. Yeah, I mean, it's not unusual in the span of time to have everything all the way up to Tennessee underwater. I mean, that's happened in the past.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Florida's a damn sandbar, folks.
Yes.
It's only 18 feet above sea level, and within the next span of this flux that we're having up, the seas will rise at least 25 feet. Hello. Can we say Boca? There won't be anything left. But whatever.
Okay, it looks like in Greensboro, the water's up to the bottom of the bridge. And they're painting lines and writing on it. The police are 10:30. He just wrote 10:30.
10:30 above flood lane?
Yeah, the water's up to this point, so they painted it on the pavement at 10:30. This is how high the water was.
I just put a news coverage link in the sidebar for anybody that can get that.
Durham County impact 3 to 5 inches of rain through Tuesday. Peak wind gusts 30 to 40. Non-emergency line.
That's wild to even think about because, you know, it rains 2 or 3 inches here and we are flooded. You know,
20 to 30 inches of rain is expected on North Carolina coast with a possible of 40 inches falling in some areas. Mandatory evacuations have been ordered along the North Carolina coast. And in total, nearly 1 million residents have been told to leave their homes. There are 2,800 National Guard soldiers on duty and ready to respond in North Carolina.
I think I'm going to end the live portion of this. It's
Yeah, since I ranted enough, I apologize.
Oh, no, you're good.
Yeah.
You upset me big time.
We kept steady at 5 to 7 viewers tonight. That's amazing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Always appreciate when people come and hang out and say hi and whatnot. And we'll see you guys again next week.
I'll take
Missed you, Overland.
Calm down.
Be safe.
Take care.